World-Defying Dan God Chapter 3981, Salvage Memory. Yu, this matter is not in a hurry. How about giving me a few more days? Shen Shang has a way to delay the time, and then take Long Jushao to test in these few days. I want it now, Bai Yu said. I think my soul can hold up, come now. Hua Shangyu also knows Bai Yu, knowing that the witch decided to do that, she would do it in a little bit. Okay, let's start now. Shen Shang can only compromise now, saying, but I will slow down the process, not in such a fierce way. Okay, Bai Yu released Shen Shang. Sister Shangyu, you have to watch it next to me. I'm worried about what happened during the process that caused Sister Yu to go mad. Then you have to deal with her, can you? Shen Shang asked. I'm afraid this won't work. I can't beat the mad Yu sister. Hua Shangyu was quite happy to see Shen Shang agree to proceed, and smiled, shall we call Rushui? With her beside, it should be better. Okay, Shen Shang nodded. Hua Shangyu immediately contacted Feng Rushui and asked her to come over quickly. Before long, Feng Rushui rushed to the forbidden ground of Xingyan Gate. After coming, Shen Shang simply talked about the process of things. Feng Rushui was also quite surprised, because Bai Yu accepted this very quickly, but she can also see that Bai Yu had a deep feeling for Shen Shang. This is most likely the emotion deep in Bai Yu's soul, urging Bai Yu to long for memory. Hua Shangyu didn't have this feeling, but she was more restrained, and she was quite obedient to Shen Shang. Rushui, are you also a woman with a little villain? Hua Shangyu asked. You are well outside of the heavens. For him to make such a big sacrifice, return to the 10 heavens and earth. What a 10-day hell, your feelings must be very deep. Don't have deep feelings for you. Young Master Shen is my good friend and has gratitude to me and has great gratitude to the elders in our family. Without him, I can't be at ease outside the sky. Feng Rushui laughed softly. Dao, in fact, too many years have passed, and I can never forget him. I just want to see him and know how he is doing. Huh, little villain, I must have used some kind of ecstasy or something. Hua Shangyu looked at Shen Shang resentfully and said with carelessness, I can steal my heart, Phoenix heart can be stolen by you. Bai Yu is ready to sit on the bed. By the way, Zuying in Bayawadiandi is also a phoenix, don't you have any impression? Shen Shang asked, she is still a phoenix. Zuying, she flew out of the 10 worlds and went outside. Hua Shangyu said, Phoenix can fly very high and can escape the seals of the 10 worlds. Ah, Shen Shang suddenly worried, asked, have she not been back for so many years? We told her not to come back. Bai Yu said, she used to come back and bring us news. In short, she is still safe outside. If the 10,000 races invade the top 10 worlds, then she will come back soon. Help us. The phoenix is extinct in the top 10 worlds, but the phoenix can fly out of the top 10 worlds and return at the same time. Let's go, Shen Shang said. Sister Yu, you need to relax easily, don't resist my consciousness. Huh, Bai Yu nodded. Shen Shang took a deep breath, and then proceeded. He first released his consciousness and entered the depths of Bai Yu's soul, and soon found many scattered memories scattered in the depths of Bai Yu's soul. Those memories were split into pieces, and it was almost difficult to reorganize, but after Bai Yu ate the sea spirit pill and possessed a fake sea of knowledge, those memory fragments could reorganize a little bit and enter the sea of knowledge. That is to say, as long as you eat the sea spirit pill, even without external intervention, the memory can be recovered, but it takes a long time. What Shen Shang has to do now is to salvage all the scattered memories hidden deep in the soul. The risk of this process is that those memories are hidden deep, like a fine needle sinking into the sea, and they are still deep. To salvage all the memories, first of all, you must lock up a lot of fine pieces of memory, and then pull them out like a needle. If you are not careful, you will hurt Bai Yu's soul. So this process needs to be very careful. Yu Yuji's soul is really strong, even if I strip off these scattered memories and reorganization from her soul, there will be no damage to her soul. After a careful inspection, Shen Shang took the next step. He controlled part of his soul separation, and then entered the depth of Bai Yu's soul. It can be done more carefully and safely by directly using part of your soul. It is enough for Shen Shang to divide his soul and soul. Bai Yu felt shocked when she felt Shen Zhang's soul coming in. Because Shen Zhang's soul is too powerful, although it is only one soul and one soul, it gives her a feeling of behemoth, and her complete soul is like a small sand in front of this soul and soul. That's why Yu Yu's soul is strong enough to withstand. If it's Sister Shangyu, I'm afraid you can't use this method. Shen Shang found that Bai Yuyu could barely support it now. If Bai Yuyu's soul is not strong enough, she might be broken by Shen Zhang's soul. I am afraid that Hua Shangyu can't even hold a soul, let alone a soul. Sister Yuyu, this method is only useful to you. Sister Shangyu's soul is not strong enough, so she needs to help her strengthen her soul. Shen Shang directly communicated with Soul Yu with Bai Yu. Why is your soul so powerful? In the top 10 worlds in the past 100,000 years, my soul and consciousness have indeed declined very badly. But when my soul was in its heyday, it was far less than you. Why is our gap so big? Asked Bai Yu. During my 100,000 years, the soul was tortured and tortured during the seal period. In the end, there were only two results. It was either weakened until it was destroyed, or it continued to become stronger, and then broke the seal. Shen Shang said. Bai Yu is very clear that this process must be very painful, otherwise it will not be able to temper such a powerful soul. It seems that your physical body is parasitic in the soul, not the soul parasitic in the physical body. Bai Yu immediately understood the relationship. Sister Yu, after you restore your memory, don't tell Bai Hua Tiandi that there are too many other sisters. I am worried that having this thought in their hearts will affect their state of mind and make them eager to restore their memories. Shen Shang said. They are not as strong as your soul. I know. Bai Yu also agreed to Shen Shang and asked, what about Shangyu? I'll explore her soul later, I'm afraid I have to use another method. Of course, Shen Shang has a way, but he doesn't know how much trauma it will cause to himself, but he can give it a try. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3982, Change of Qinlongzhuang. Bai Yu heard Shen Shang say this and knew that to help Hua Shangyu restore her memory, then it was Shen Shang who was at risk. However, she can't say anything now. After all, Shen Shang can't help her to restore her memory without helping Hua Shangyu. Hua Shangyu's heart will definitely be uncomfortable. Although she won't make trouble unreasonably, Shen Shang also feels sorry. Do you help her restore her memory? Is there any danger? Bai Yu suddenly regretted it. She now knows clearly that Shen Zhang's steps to restore her memory are really difficult and have certain dangers. From the perspective of the process of recovering your memory, there is no danger to her. Shen Shang has probably mastered the method now. If the person recovering his memory has a strong enough soul, the process will be safe. Like Hua Shangyu, her soul is not strong enough, so another method is needed. What about you? Is there any danger? Bai Yu asked. No, it is more difficult. Shen Shang said. It may take more time. Shen Shang did not expressly have an impact on his soul. Bai Yu didn't continue to ask about this matter. She also knew that even if she sacrificed herself heavily, she would never let them take the risk. She is now gradually feeling Shen Zhang's feelings towards her. Even if she has not recovered her memory, she recognizes Shen Shang. Among the many people who have lost their memories, the one with the deepest familiarity with Shen Shang should be Bai Yu. Because Shen Zhang's soul cultivation began with the skill of Dementor Charm, Bai Yu taught Shen Shang. In addition, Bai Yu also practiced the Dementor Charm, and her own soul is strong enough. So the soul of the two of them can produce a very special weak resonance, which is why Bai Yu is so anxious to let Shen Shang restore her memory. Hua Shangyu and Feng Rushui were watching beside them, and they did not know that Shen Shang and Bai Yu were in soul exchange. They all wanted to talk and chat, but worried that they would disturb Shen Shang, they could only keep quiet. Feng Rushui was still a little nervous because Xiao Shonglin told her that if she forcibly awakened her memory, there would be some damage to her soul, which made her unable to help holding Hua Shangyu's hand tightly. Shen Zhang's progress was relatively smooth, that is, he consumed more energy, but his soul was strong enough to carry out such delicate work. If it is someone else, it is impossible to salvage and capture those fine memories, and to aggregate them together. Shen Shang is deeply frightened by the mysterious power, which can cover the souls of so many people, and tears the memory chain about him so thoroughly into the soul. After shredding the memory is scattered and stored in the soul. The reason why there is no deprivation is mainly to worry that it will attract too many people's attention. According to Xiao Shonglin, when these memories pass, people are kept awake, which is even more terrible. Shen Shang was in the forbidden area of Xingyan Gate, and was very focused on helping Bai Yu to restore his memory, while Qinlongzhuang outside of Xingwo City, there was a lot of movement at the moment. Zinmo Tianzun is in Qinlongzhuang, he is now floating in the air, attacking the buildings of Qinlongzhuang crazy. Zenmo Tianzun can fly, mainly because he has flying magic, but he can only be suspended in the air and cannot fly fast. After Qinlongzhuang was raised, the movement also spread to Spark City. At this moment, both inside and outside of Spark City are very busy and panic. Many people are worried that the beast suddenly ran out and ran away without confidence in Spark City. People who remain in the city today are all betting that Spark City can block the horn beast, and they are mostly from the poor monks of the Great Flame Empire and the Tianong Empire. These people are all involved in the expansion of Spark City, and they now know how big the expansion of Spark City is, and they will be able to accommodate a lot of people. Long Jushao often said to them that many people are powerful, as long as everyone gathers together, they can overcome everything. There is Long Jushao here, even if Qinlongzhuang's current movements are great, everyone is not afraid, because then Long Jushao will rush to the front to delay the divine horned beast. Zenmo Tianzun looked in the direction of Spark City, and said coldly, "After that little devil eats my Dan, if there is no antidote, he will definitely die. Master, if they come to solve the medicine, what conditions are you going to prescribe?" The Duke of Demon asked. "What conditions? Of course, let them return the resource. Not only that, but also let them cut the city to us." Zenmo Tianzunyan said with a smile, "They are working hard to expand the city, a part of us will be of. Are they really willing to pay such a big price for the kid?" Crown Prince Dion frowned. "If it were me, I would certainly be willing. As long as the little devil does not die and will live for 2 or 30 years, he will be the strongest guy in the top 10 worlds." Zenmo Tianzun smiled. "Of course, even if they saved this time that kid, he may not be able to live long." "Why?" the Duke of Demon asked. "Master, do other people want to kill him?" "Not only to kill him, but even the Xingyan Master and the entire Xingyan Gate are finished. They master the way to break through the limits of the consciousness, and they can cultivate strong consciousness early, and they will not live long." Zenmo Tianzun sneered. "Don't look at them being complacent now, they will cry over time." Crown Prince Taiyan sneered. "Breaking through the limits of God's consciousness, this is a big rebellion, defying heaven, this must be a dead end." "Master, the tunnel under Qinlongzhuang village, can it be opened in advance?" Duke Demon gritted his teeth and said, "If it can be opened in advance, this Spark City will be finished, see how they end. Even if it's 10,000 me, I can't open that channel in advance." Zenmo Tianzun shook his head and said, "I also want to open the channel in advance, but this can't be done at all. It doesn't matter, the horned beasts come out to see how long they can block it." Crown Prince Dion said, "Let's go back. That little ghost's poisonous hair will take a few days and will not die soon. Then they will definitely find a way to contact us. We can just go back and wait patiently." Zenmo Tianzun smiled. He was confident that Shen Shang would take the poison pill he gave, and then came to him to find the medicine. If Shen Shang is here, he will laugh to death. He is a poison expert, but Zenmo Tianzun wants to poison him with poison. Zenmo Tianzun slowly descended from the sky, looked at the Qinlongzhuang that turned into a ruin below, and sighed, "Demon, you are careless, you have lost so many resources, I will definitely help you to come back." Quote. Speaking of this matter, the hearts of Crown Prince Yan and the Duke of Demon ache. Suddenly, there was a noise from the ruins, as if something was coming out of the ruins. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 3983, Granary. Both the Zenmo Tianzun and the Duke Demon heard the sound at the first time, and they were also surprised. Especially Zenmo Tianzun, because he used a lot of power to destroy Qinlongzhuang. If there were any creatures, they would be dead without death. He can resist the mad destruction of Qinlongzhuang's strength just now without dying. That must be a very powerful person. In the rubble of the ruins, something suddenly opened up, and a shadow burst out. The figure rushed out was suspended in the air, wearing armor made of black scales and wearing a black helmet. The most frightening thing about this man is that he has a long black horn on top of his head. Great horned orcs. The Duke Demon almost screamed. "Go away!" Zenmo Tianzun shouted in a deep voice, then immediately grabbed the Prince of Flame and the Duke of Demon, and then took out the boat-shaped flying magic weapon, put them up, away from the place with the fastest speed. After the horned beast clan appeared, he just glanced at the City of Sparks, and then flew away, not flying to the City of Sparks, and did not know where to go. "Master, was that just the divine horned beast?" Duke Destroyer asked. She and Prince Dion were taken away for a long time before stopping. Yes, Genmo Tianzun said solemnly. They can't come over on a large scale, they can only be sent one by two for the time being, they should come to spy on the top 10 world intelligence. Then what should we do? Crown Prince Dion asked, is the imperial city really safe enough? Crown Prince Dion is of course afraid of these divine beasts, because in the records of Aoshi Tiandi, there are powerful dynasties destroyed by the divine beast family. You go back to the emperor city first, if Xingyan Zongjiao contacts you, you will come to me again. Genmo Tianzun said, I'll follow the **** beast to see what he wants to do. Master, you have to be careful. Duke Demon exhorted. Relax, he can't hurt me. Genmo Tianzun said to himself. Both Duke Destroyer and Crown Prince Dion immediately went to the imperial city. The Zenmo Tianzun is a magic weapon for flying in his small boat, flying in the air, passing in the direction that the **** beast just flew. A moment later, the **** orc in black scale armor fell on the boat. Are you the demon god? Asked the protagonist. Your Excellency appeared suddenly, it was really scary. Genmo Tianzunlang laughed. After receiving your signal, they sent me over. Is there anything important? Said the divine horned orc. If you don't have anything important, but call me to come, the consequences will be very serious. The Zenmo Tianzun actually collaborated with the divine horned orcs, but this is the respected Tianzun among the top 10 worlds. If anyone else sees it here, it will definitely be killed, because this is a very secret thing. Did you see that city? Genmo Tianzun asked. They are expanding, just expand a super city near this hole. See, isn't this giving us meals? The divine horned orc laughed. Are you fooling them here to build a big city? You are so clever, this is doing well. Genmo Tianzun was speechless for a while, he had wanted to say that the horned orcs should pay attention in advance to see if the city could finally break through. He was still somewhat worried, after all, Long Jushao was here. It's really the city I built indirectly that they built. It's just that a Dragon Clan strongman came to sit in the town, I am a little worried. Genmo Tianzun said. The Dragon Clan strongman's name is Long Jushao, you should have heard of right. Long Jushao is here, that's great, but this is our #1 enemy of the Divine Horned Orc race. The Divine Horned Orc laughed happily. Genmo Tianzun, you are doing so beautiful, we will definitely reward you. Genmo Tianzun was shocked again, but he did nothing. Aren't you worried about Long Jushao? I'm afraid they can hold the city, and they are very strong in defense. Genmo Tianzun said again. Your worries are superfluous. The divine horned orc laughed. We are very strong now. Although we are all sending young juniors this time, it is enough to destroy the dragon in Jushao. Would you like to make trouble in advance and prevent them from successfully building the city? Genmo Tianzun said again. Everything is impossible. You must make sure that they build this city smoothly. Make sure that they have enough people in this big city. The divine horned orc laughed. This way we have a super granary. Zenmo Tianzun, you did a good job. Genmo Tianzun suddenly ecstatic, as if the pie fell from the sky, he was suddenly grateful to Xingyan Zhongjiao and Long Jushao. Now give you a task to make sure that they have built this big city, remember, when they have enough people, then inform us. Divine horned beast human said. Our hole is here, then this city is no other race can **** our granaries. In this case, you will come later. Genmo Tianzun asked. We will not go through this hole for the time being. We will first come from other holes, so as not to disturb the construction of this city. The protagonist orc laughed. This group of stupid humans, they are now expanding the big city, they are delivering food. Quote. I will definitely accomplish what you're confessed. Genmo Tianzun nodded. Okay, let me go back first. If there is something important, it is best to pass the message through the demon abyss. The hole in this place, we will not move for the time being. Sacred Orc said. I know, Genmo Tianzun nodded. Then, the divine horned orc left, and the Zenmo Tianzun also immediately returned. Just after they left, there was a small dragon like an earthworm, which came out of the mud. This little earth dragon could hear everything clearly just now, and he was sent by Long Jushao to track down Zenmo Tianzun. The small earth dragon immediately broke itself into 2 pieces. After the body was disconnected, it quickly regenerated. This is 2 small earth dragons. One of them went back to Long Jushao immediately, and the other followed the Zenmo Tianzun. Long Jushao was in the Xingyan Gate, and the little earthy dragon that was not slipping in autumn was wrapped around his arm at the moment, and he told Long Jushao everything he heard. After listening to the report, Long Jushao was also shocked. He did not expect that Zhenmo Tianzun was a spy. He immediately set off and went to the forbidden ground behind the Xingyan Gate. This matter was very important. He wanted to inform Shenshang immediately. As for the fact that Starfire City was treated as a granary by the divine horned beast, Long Jushao was not too worried. He also planned to take into account. In his view, who will be the granary by then will not necessarily be. Shenshang is in the forbidden area, helping Bai Yuyu to recover his memory. It has been for a long time, and now the sky is gradually darkening. After Long Jushao arrived, it was Feng Rushui who told him that Shenshang was retreating and could not be disturbed for the time being. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3984, Faint Memory. When Long Jushao saw Feng Rushui, he immediately felt the phoenix blood on her body, and there was such a woman beside Shenshang, and he was not surprised. If Master Shen comes out, please inform him and contact me immediately, there is a very urgent matter. Long Jushao said. Senior, I will definitely tell him. Feng Rushui nodded gently. When Long Jushao left, he immediately contacted Jushaoshindi. He wanted to arrange more powerful people to come. There were humans and dragons, mainly guarding the City of Fire. Because in the eyes of Long Jushao, the divine horn beast is also a baby, and the divine horn beast from outside the world may be very fat. According to the information returned by the little earth dragon, there are a small part of the Tianwei people who can come over, such as the divine horn orc that was connected to the Zhenmo Tianzun. So next, Spark City also has a very important thing to do, that is, to rule out those lurking people from all over the world. If there is a strong lurker in the city, even if the moat is strong, it will be greatly damaged by the lurker. But how to investigate? Long Jushao didn't have a good way, so he asked Shenshang to ask. Shenshang helped Bai Yuyu to restore memory. Although the process was very long, Shenshang and Bai Yuyu were in a stable state and did not suffer much. This is much smoother than Shen Zhang's imagination, mainly because Bai Yuyu's soul is special. If it is another woman, it may not be so smooth. In the process of repairing, Bai Yuyu's memories also emerged intermittently, which are all related to Shenshang. These memories were not lost, but they were beaten apart and hidden in the depths of her soul. If there is no external force to reorganize, it is very difficult for you to recover, unless the consciousness is strong enough, and then you can find it and repair it yourself. In the middle of the night, the memory of Bai Yuyu's soul has been restored. After recovering her memory, Bai Yuyu felt a sorrow in her heart. She hated herself for being too weak, and she could be deprived of this part of memory for so long. This is a full 100,000 years, and for these 100,000 years, Shenshang has been suffering. Hua Shangyu and Feng Rushui were beside, and Bai Yuyu sat on the bed with her eyes closed, and at the moment her face was covered with tears. But when she opened her eyes, her cold and beautiful eyes were now full of guilt and sadness. After she woke up, she looked at Shenshang in front of her, then couldn't help but plunge into his arms, and then, she cried and kissed Shenshang. Hua Shangyu looked dumbfounded, then he was pulled by Feng Rushui and came outside. Rushui, Shen Gongzi is still just a teenager. Will you? Hua Shangyu had already thought about it deliberately. Feng Rushui blushed slightly and smiled. Yu hasn't seen Mr. Shen for too long, and has lost this memory for so long. I feel guilty about this. If I restore my memory, I will definitely not be like Yu, she can't stand too much. Hua Shangyu smiled lightly, I will definitely be calm. Really? Feng Rushui just smiled. Shenshang is a little tired now, so she didn't plan to help Hua Shangyu restore her memory immediately. He now lies in Bai Yuyu's arms, breathing the fragrance of the cold beauty, feeling the unique tenderness and femininity of this cold beauty. Although Bai Yuyu is usually cold, only Shenshang has seen how terribly charming she is. Shenshang, I'm so useless. Bai Yuyu said softly, looking at Shenshang lying on her lap, stroking his handsome face. Don't blame yourself, I never blame you for forgetting me. Shenshang laughed, and then reached out to stroke Bai Yuyu's cold and moving jade face. Bai Yuyu couldn't help but bowed her head and kissed Shenshang. If it wasn't right now, it was estimated that she would be even more crazy and express her suppressed emotions more passionately. Have you been sealed for so many years, is it very painful? Bai Yuyu thought of these things and secretly tingled in her heart. No pain or no pain. As long as I can still see you, I'm not afraid of how hard it is. Shen Shang laughed. How are you recovering? It's hard to help Shangyu to recover memory. Is this a difficult process? Do you want me to help? Bai Yuyu whispered. Okay, Shangyu's situation is different from yours. Her soul is not as strong as you. If you help, I should be a lot easier. Shen Shang said. However, the process is not as easy. It will definitely help her restore her memory. Bai Yuyu smiled confidently. You have a good night's sleep and recover your spirit before proceeding. After helping Bai Yuyu recover his memory, Shen Shang was also very happy. After calming down his inner excitement, he lay on Bai Yuyu's thighs, breathing the beauty of Yushang, and slept deep. Bai Yuyu stared at Shen Zhang's face all the time, as if she couldn't see enough, and he stroked him with jade hands from time to time. Shen Shang is much better now than before. This face can be said to be close to perfect. Even if she didn't recover her memory, she loved this face very much. Bai Yuyu also meticulously recalled what happened to him and Shen Shang, but did not expect such a big change in the past 100,000 years. Shen Shang created the Aoshi universe, but some people took away his achievements and sealed him. She didn't know who Shen Zhang's enemy was, only that she was very powerful. Hua Shangyu knocked gently on the door and whispered, Sister Yuyu, can we go in? Come in, Bai Yuyu said. Hua Shangyu and Yan Zilan opened the door and saw that Shen Shang was asleep in bed and still lying on Bai Yuyu's legs. Bai Yuyu's eyes are tender like water. Watching Shen Shang, the whole person has changed. Sister Yuyu, do you have a good relationship with him? Hua Shangyu asked in a low voice. She just witnessed this weekday's ruthless Sister Yuyu, how passionate she was. Of course it is good. Bai Yuyu smiled softly. Shang Yu, don't laugh at me, and wait for you to restore your memory, you will be more fanatical than me. I won't, I am very reserved. Hua Shangyu smiled confidently, I'm so prepared anyway. Bai Yuyu just smiled, she knew nothing about Hua Shangyu. Is he asleep? Hua Shangyu looked at Shen Zhang's face and smiled, he's so pretty. Dress up, it must be a great beauty. Hua Shangyu said, and couldn't help touching Shen Zhang's face. The handsome face seemed to be magical, in short, attracting her hand. In the middle of the night, Shen Shang woke up. At this moment, he was full of energy, because Bai Yuyu recovered his memory smoothly, which inspired him. Mr. Shen, Senior Jushao said there is an urgent matter to find you. Feng Rushui remembered this matter. Shen Shang took out the communication symbol and immediately contacted Long Jushao. Long Jushao briefly talked about the collusion between Zenmo Tianzun and the Divine Horned Orcs. After listening, Shen Shang was also very surprised, and then let Long Jushao wait for the first time. He had a way to investigate the 10,000 races who had infiltrated into the Spark City. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3985, Soul Splitter. Shen Shang will help Hua Shangyu to restore her memory, and then help Long Jushao to recover. It will be easier to help Long Jushao restore his memory, and it may be easier than Bai Yuyu, because Long Jushao's soul is stronger than Bai Yuyu. Shen Shang can use 2 souls and 2 souls. Shanyu, you must cooperate with us next. Because your soul is not strong enough, Shen Shang needs to pay some price to help you restore your memory. Bai Yuyu solemnly advised, if you don't cooperate well, he will pay more price. No problem, I will cooperate. Hua Shangyu said. Feng Rushui is still here, in case she needs it, she can help. Bai Yuyu is also involved in helping Hua Shangyu to restore her memory. She first releases part of her soul to wrap Hua Shangyu's soul. This can enhance the soul of Hua Yuyu. Then Shen Shang began to release a soul into Hua Shangyu's soul, to salvage the delicate memories inside Hua Shangyu's soul. One soul can't do it. The soul released by Shen Shang, just touching Hua Shangyu's soul, stopped immediately. If you force it in, Hua Shangyu's soul will be unbearable. Although Hua Shangyu's soul is weak, it is only compared to Bai Yuyu. In fact, she is very strong compared to other people who have similar cultivation practices. It's just that Shen Zhang's soul is too strong, and the soul of Hua Shangyu can't bear it at all. Not everyone is like Bai Yuyu. Bai Yuyu's soul is strong because she has been practicing Dementor spells for many years, so her soul is stronger than others. Because of the use of Dementor curse, you must ensure that your soul is stronger than others in order to perform it smoothly. What should I do? Hua Shangyu asked. She could feel how terrible Shen Zhang's soul was. I can only tear my soul. Shen Shang said. Use half soul to proceed. Bai Yu knew Shen Shang had to do this for a long time, so she looked at Shen Shang distressedly, then bit her lower lip lightly and nodded. The process of tearing one's own soul and separating half of the soul from it is a painful process. Ah, that's not necessary anymore, wait until my soul is stronger. Hua Shangyu shouted immediately, you will be very painful. Wait no longer, I'm afraid you can't wait. Shen Shang smiled and said, it's okay, I also plan to try this method. If it works, is there at least one more method? Hua Shangyu really does not intend to restore her memory now, because Shen Zhang's soul is about to be injured. However, Shen Shang began to tear his soul, separating half of the soul from it. The process is certainly painful, but it is still tolerable for Shen Shang. After all, his soul has been tortured for many years, so he can survive it. The biggest test for Shen Shang is to find all kinds of fine memories from the depth of Hua Shangyu in this pain. As long as the soul is still split, Shen Zhang's soul will always be painful, and for a long time, his soul will be weak. What Bai Yu can do is to protect the soul of Hua Shangyu, and at the same time gently calm Shen Shang. Feng Rushui only saw Shen Shang with her eyes closed. She could not feel that Shen Shang was suffering. However, she knew that this process was uncomfortable and she could not do anything. Before dawn, Shen Shang began. He continued until the next dawn, and he completed it. The process was smooth, but it was more painful. To help Hua Shangyu to restore memory, the time required is much longer than Bai Yu. After all, Shen Shang only uses half soul to carry out, and the power of his soul is not enough. Hua Shangyu recovered her memory. She had been crying with pear blossoms and rain. In fact, when she recovered halfway, she was still crying. When Shen Shang was finished, she was already in tears, and she opened her eyes and hugged Shen Shang. She said that she would be very reserved before, and now she is also very passionate. His spirit is not very good now. Bai Yu whispered softly. I'm fine, just take a break. Although Shen Shang said so, everyone can see that his mental state is very poor, and at a glance he knows that his soul has been traumatized. Little villain, why should I restore my memory? You see how uncomfortable it is now. Hua Shangyu's charming eyes were full of tears, and she smirked. Take care of him, Bai Yu urged, and he and Feng Rushui walked out of the room. I just want to rush to see how restrained you little fairies can be after recovering their memories. Shen Shang smiled, his face was a little white, and the trauma of his soul was still relatively heavy. Preservation, I am in front of you, I don't even understand what it means to be preserving. Hua Shangyu's eyes are silky and she is blowing Shen Zhang's earlobe with delicate words. Mei smiled, go, take you to take a bath, then get a good night's sleep. This, don't have to be big. Shen Shang said, but was already picked up by Hua Shangyu and walked towards a large bathtub in the room. Let me rub your back. Hua Shangyu giggled, then heated the water in the bathtub. Shen Shang soaked in the warm big bathtub and fell asleep comfortably. After the soul was hurt, Shen Shang really needed a rest. Ru Shui, you and your clan, in the depths of the outer universe, do you know which side is the strongest? Bai Yu asked. I don't know very well. I don't pay much attention to these things. I just know some things about the 10,000 clan. Feng Rushui shook his head and sighed. I also found Shen Gongzi before I knew that there was such a powerful force in Tianwai. Yes, the force against Shen Shang is very powerful, and the power they hold is terrible. Bai Yu sighed. What kind of existence is this? Sister Yu, will Master Shen be okay? Feng Rushui asked worriedly. His soul seems to be very hurt. His soul is very strong, as long as he'll and rest for a while, he can recover. Bai Yu said. At this time, there was a voice from the flowery moon in the room. Sister Yu, Ru Shui, do you want to come in and take a bath together? This goblin, Bai Yu smiled softly. I said I was very reserved before. Feng Rushui smiled softly, and said, Sister Yu, can't you get in? Of course you have to go in. Bai Yu smiled. Ru Shui, let's go together, he's asleep anyway. Feng Rushui didn't want to go, but was still pulled in by Bai Yu. Hua Shangyu saw the two of them enter the big bathtub, and smiled impassively. You wear clothes to take a bath. Mr. Shen wakes up and will definitely rejoice. How could he fall asleep? Bai Yu smiled. He just slept. Sister Yu, to what extent should the soul be stronger to restore memory better? Hua Shangyu asked. Relax, I will urge everyone to cultivate souls. Bai Yu looked at Shen Shang and said, his soul splits once, and the damage is still great. I can't use this trick next time. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3986, Donggon. Shen Zhang's soul is so strong, tearing itself once requires a lot of courage, and it takes time to heal completely. So Bai Yu doesn't want Shen Shang to use this trick next time. If the person who wants to restore his memory has a soul as strong as her, or it can resist Shen Zhang's soul, then it can be done. Shen Shang slept soundly on this sleep. When he woke up, he found that he was no longer in the bathtub. He was already lying in bed and helped him get dressed. Hua Shangyu, Bai Yu and Feng Rushui are waiting in the hall outside. How many days have I slept? Shen Shang hurried out and asked. What Long Jushao said to him before is still very important, and it deserves attention. It's only 2 days. Hua Shangyu saw Shen Shang so anxious, and asked, do you have any urgent matters to do? You should take more rest now. It's not too urgent. With my current practice, I can't do anything. Shen Shang said. So I have to practice well and quickly improve my practice. The matter of improving cultivation is not urgent, although you were strong, but in the top 10 worlds, and even in the entire Aoshi universe, the way of cultivation is very different from before. Bai Yu urged. She was still a little worried about Shen Shang because she was too anxious to restore her strength and then went to extremes. You go back to Baihualu first, I'm not worried if you are not there. Shen Shang said. Only Sister Zilin is alone, if she is attacked by something, she can't resist it. Shen Zhang's worry seemed superfluous, but it was necessary. After all, people from all over the world can now come to the top 10 worlds. Yan Zilin is in charge of Baihualu, and his reputation is not small. It is easy to become a target. There is a divine horned orc who can make Zenmo Tianzun a spy, which means that the divine horned orcs need 10 people in the world to become their eyes and ears. Afterwards, Shen Shang told Hua Shangyu about Long Jushao's previous discovery. Zenmo Tianzun came to you before, what did you say? Did he find your 6 magic mirrors and the blue dragon slayer's sword? Bai Yu asked. No, he just came to see me, he gave me a pill, but that was a poison pill. Shen Shang said. This guy is the minion of the divine horned orc, I worry he will come next place many spies in Spark City. The little earth dragon spies under Long Jushao already knew that the divine horned orcs would use Spark City as a granary. Then the divine horned orc or the demon celestial lord will definitely find a way to control the top of the major forces in Spark City. Therefore, Long Jushao has arranged Xing Yanho and Bai Yanqing to focus on the various power giants in the city and regularly check whether they have been poisoned or not. Fortunately, Xing Yanhu's consciousness has broken through the limit, and their cultivation will soon be improved, which will allow them to have a stronger strength to maintain the order of Spark City. Okay, let's go back first. With Long Jushao here, we don't have to worry about anything. Hua Shangyu smiled, then kissed Shen Zhang's face and hugged Shen Shang hard. Embracing Ru Mei, Shen Shang was also reluctant. Hua Shangyu has just recovered memory, which is equivalent to seeing each other for many years. Now it is about to be separated. Although it is not how far apart, it is very reluctant. After embracing and saying goodbye to these 3 beauties, Shen Shang sent them away. Wusheng Tianshu is too difficult to master, and Hua Shangyu can't master it now, so Shen Shang didn't rush to pass it to her. Of course, Shen Shang hopes that Hua Shangyu can master it, so that he does not need to condense lifeless dewdrops himself, but Hua Shangyu can't learn it at present. Both Hua Shangyu and Bai Yu are in a good mood, but they feel a little sad when they think that there are still many sisters who have lost memories of Shen Shang. Shen Shang hurried to find Long Jushao. Although he was sleeping for the past 2 days, his brain kept running, and he was contemplating the formula. Senior, it is a big project to check whether the 10,000 clan entered the city. We have to assume that they have been mixed into the city now, said Shen Shang. Now there are so many people involved in the construction of Spark City, it is really difficult to investigate. Long Jushao is worried about this. The power of the 10 nations outside the heavens must be different from the creatures of the 10 heavens and earth. Shen Shang said. The creatures of the 10 heavens and earth mainly depend on absorbing the spirit, and then they are transformed into their own blood. It's so good, do you want to check the blood of them one by one? Long Jushao shook his head and said. All the big cities of Spark City are built, at least 1 or 200 million people. The expansion range of Spark City is very large. After it is built, there will be dozens of large and small cities surrounded by it. Each big city can accommodate at least 20 to 30 million people, and small cities can accommodate more than 10 million people. In the end, the number of people in the entire Spark City is estimated to be at least 200 million. Not a personal investigation, but to increase our patrol team. I have a kind of remedy. If you make it out, you can feel the blood gas of others if you carry it on your body. Power, that kind of Dan will shake. This kind of Dan is called Shengen Dan, which is easier to refine, but it needs energy from outside the world. Energy beyond heaven. Long Ju Xiao frowned. This is easy. Before that, under the dragon-biting abyss, my 6 magic mirrors devoured a lot. I can release it, and then you arrange the alchemist to refine it. Shen Shang laughed. That's great. This way you can quickly identify guys from outside. Long Ju Xiao was relieved. Senior, I will start helping you restore your memory now. Shen Shang said. Soon. Long Ju Xiao's soul is stronger, so Shen Shang does not need to tear his soul. You seem very confident. Long Ju Xiao smiled. Did you succeed? I was going to experiment with you, but I don't need it now. Shen Shang smiled, and then talked to Long Ju Xiao about how to cooperate, and immediately began to speed up. It is very easy to help Long Ju Xiao restore his memory, because Shen Shang can release 2 souls and 2 souls, which is easier than helping Bai Yu to recover. After Long Ju Xiao recovered his memory, he was filled with emotion and also had some fear, because his memory had been smashed inexplicably. Little brother, you saved me again. I thought I was alive because of your Jiayu Dan, and this time you helped me detoxify. Long Ju Xiao has recovered his memory and laughed. Maybe this is fate. In fact, Long Ju Xiao can be regarded as the old man of Shen Shang. It is also necessary to save Long Ju Xiao. Somehow to get Huang Jintian over. I want to help him restore his memory. Shen Shang laughed. Lest this guy fool around all day, we still need him to help. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3987, Temple of Heaven. Huang Jintian has been in Spark City for a long time. He used Tianyan technique to calculate Spark City, but could not get results. So he stayed in Spark City until he figured it out. Master Huang Jintian, who did not leave the City of Sparks, also made many people in the city feel at ease. Because Huang Tianxi has the power of an unknown prophet, he can see where disaster will come. He stayed in Spark City, which means that Spark City is safe and will not encounter any disaster. If the people in the city knew that Huang Jintian could not calculate the fierceness of the Spark City, it would not be so calm. What is generally unrecognizable is that there are many evils. Huang Jintian has been invited to Xingyan Gate, and Shen Shang just notified him with a messenger to let him hurry to Xingyan Gate. In Huang Jintian's eyes, Shen Shang is a descendant of the ancestor, so he respects Shen Shang very much. It was just that he did not expect that the descendant of the ancestor actually had such a good relationship with Long Ju Xiao that he could call Long Ju Xiao to defend the City of Sparks. Huang Jintian, how about the fortune of Spark City? Long Ju Xiao asked Huang Jintian with a smile. I don't know. Even I can't see the future of Spark City now. Huang Jintian said solemnly. Old Huang, eat this pill. Shen Shang handed Huang Jintian a pill to know the sea soul. What is this pill? Huang Jintian took over. He sensed a strong sense of power. You can eat it. Shen Shang smiled. Can you make it more accurate? Huang Jintian believed that Shen Shang would not harm him, so he took it decisively. Later, he soon discovered that this Dan can actually help him to cultivate a sea of knowledge. Although the knowledge of the sea is not the real knowledge of the sea, but it has the ability to understand the sea, and it can make the consciousness break through the limit. Huang Jintian immediately confirmed this. When did it come out? It is worthy of being an ancestor of the ancestors and gods, it's really amazing. Huang Jintian said with a smile. Shen Gongzi, please pay my respects. No need. Shen Shang hastily supported Huang Jintian. After all, this is his master, although he is now forgotten. I want it. Huang Jintian said thanks to Shen Shang. I really don't, because I need Lao Huang. You can do me a little favor, that is, I need to investigate. After you eat this pill, what will happen to the soul? Shen Shang said. This process needs you very much. Cooperate. No problem, a trifle. Huang Jintian said. Shen Shang did not directly tell Huang Jintian that he had lost part of his memory, but he flickered past and asked him to enter the soul to investigate. After Huang Jintian refined the pill, Shen Shang started immediately, and Long Ju Xiao was beside him. Huang Jintian's soul is not as strong as Long Ju Xiao, and even weaker than Bai Yu, but it is not as weak as Hua Shangyu's soul. What delighted Shen Shang was that Huang Jintian's soul was just enough to bear his soul to salvage memory. So there is no need to tear the soul. Shen Shang started to help Huang Jintian recover his memory, and it took a little longer. It started early in the morning and was not completed until midnight. As soon as Huang Jintian recovered his memory, he jumped and shouted, "Dead boy, you took advantage of me so much." Yes, as soon as he recovered his memory, he immediately remembered what he had done before, kneeling down to Shen Shang and shouting about the ancestors' ugly things. "Obviously you are stupid, what matters to me? I never said that I am an ancestor of the ancestors, you think it is." Shen Shang spread his hand and smiled. "Also quibble, you dead boy can't take advantage of me so much, I'm your master anyway." Huang Jintian patted Shen Zhang's head and smiled. "It's good to see you like this little boy." Teacher suddenly felt very young. "Old Huang." Shen Shang just said these two words, and Huang Jintian knocked his head vigorously. "Your uncle Huang, call master. It's not big or small. After being a descendant of the ancestor for a few days, it floated up, right?" Huang Jintian smiled and scolded. "Master, did you eat the big loss of the Duke of Demon?" Shen Shang smiled and said, "I didn't expect that you will lose your memory about me, and your intelligence will drop so much. It seems that without me, you will be a lot more stupid." "Shao bullshit, who didn't miss the mistake?" Huang Jintian snorted, then looked at Long Jushao, and asked, "Jushao Lauer, have you recovered your memory?" "Earlier than you." Long Jushao smiled. "Dead boy, why don't you help me recover sooner?" Huang Jintian whispered, "Is it because Long Jushao has a daughter, so you give priority to helping your elders?" Cough. Shen Shang coughed a few times and smiled, "Because I happen to be a Qingyanman, and I used my predecessors to conduct experiments. There is nothing wrong with it, so I can help you recover your memory." "What about your beautiful wives? Have you recovered?" Huang Jintian asked. "Sister Shao didn't have amnesia, and now she only helped you and Shangyu. Rushui came back from the sky, so she was not affected." Shen Shang said. "The next time you want to help someone restore that memory, you must first find me." Huang Jintian suddenly said seriously. "Master, do you know something?" Shen Shang asked. "Nonsense, I'm your master, of course I know a lot of things." Huang Jintian began to pinch, and said, "If there are too many people to restore memory, that force will notice that you are still too weak to fight them. Otherwise, you will definitely be sealed once they shoot." "What kind of power is persecuting Mr. Shen?" Long Jushao asked. "The temples of the heavens." Huang Jintian frowned. "This is what the god of creation said to me. The so-called temples of the heavens means that no matter who created the universe, they will rob it. I was sealed by them." Shen Shang snorted. "What temples? They are a group of thieves. Because they believe that the birth of any universe is related to them and belongs to them." Huang Jintian said, "They have created the most primitive universe, and other universes that were born later, they have to step in." "What happened to all the races outside that day?" Shen Shang asked. "I don't know this well. The temples of heaven are only in control of the birth universe, and suppress the people who created the universe and wipe out the traces of the creator." Huang Jintian shook his head and said, "The 10,000s outside the universe should be the tribes that have been born in 100,000 years. The 10 worlds were sealed because they were related to the creator." Long Jushao asked. "It should be. Most of the people who are sealed here are related to the creator of Shen Shang and have a long lifespan." Huang Jintian said, "I guess it may be that the temples of heaven want to keep us, used to threaten the creator." World Defying Dan God Chapter 3988, Great Alchemist Blood Pill. Did the people in the temples of the heavens be active in the 10 worlds? Long Jushao was still worried about Shen Zhang's safety. Because at present, Shen Shang has the ability to lead everyone to break through the 10 worlds. Only by rushing out can we bring our strength back to its peak. I don't know. But if too many people recover their memories, then the power of the laws of the 10 worlds will definitely be noticed." Huang Jintian said. "So how many people can restore memory at most?" Shen Shang asked. "It's okay to restore memory, but you can't restore a lot at once." Huang Jintian walked back and forth a few steps and said, "This kind of thing has to be done step by step. When too many things suddenly appear, the power of the law will be detected." "What about eating the sea soul pill?" Shen Shang immediately remembered this matter. "The consciousness is restricted. If there are too many people breaking through suddenly, it will definitely be noticed soon." Huang Jintian nodded and said, "So you can't be too much at once." Shen Shang needs to contact Xiao Shanglan immediately because he gave her a lot of knowledge about the soul of the sea before. I will retreat first and get acquainted with my current knowledge of the sea. Huang Jintian said. I will stay at Xingyan Gate during this time. Long Juxiao also arranged to make Shengen pill by hand, and he also gained a lot of extraterrestrial energy from Shen Zhang's 6 Dao mirrors. Shen Shang gave him a simple formula: alchemist with a good level can make a sense of magic. After Shen Shang returned to her room, she immediately contacted Xiao Shanglan to tell her what had happened here recently. Xiao Shanglan learned that Bai Yuyu and Hua Shangyu were recovering memory. Although they were very happy, they were more worried. She was still worried that something would go wrong, so she also asked Shen Shang if she was injured. Shen Shang said about his soul situation, which was blamed by Xiao Shanglan for several times, saying that he could not come back like this next time. Although Xiao Shanglan returned to the Bayawadiandi, she did not immediately release all the sea spirit pill. She also knew that she could not allow too many people to break through the limits of the consciousness at once. This relieved Shen Shang a lot, and then he talked about the collusion between the Zenmo Tianzun and the divine horned orcs. Xiao Shanglan was not surprised, and she would then arrange for someone to refine Shen Zhang's Shengen Dan. Bayawadiandi is also needed. After all the peoples outside the sky can open the hole and go to Bayawadiandi. Munger and Shenxian will come to Spark City after a while. Xiao Shanglan said. Because of the invasion of the 10,000 tribes, I let them deal with the industry in other parts of Aoshi world. This needs to be dealt with by the incident. In the prosperity world, Baihualu has many industries, in addition to the Shenbing Pavilion. But those cities are no longer safe. Even the big cities are definitely not as safe as Spark City. The industries of Bayawadiandi are all in that kind of big city. Now it is relatively easy to sell the transfer industry. It is to find a suitable price for the next home. Shen Shang was very happy to learn that Shui Shenxian and Lu Munger were coming, but also had some regrets, because their souls must not be as strong as Bai Yuyu, and they could not help them restore their memories for the time being. At best, they can only help them practice out of the sea, and then slowly strengthen the soul, so he plans to wait for his cultivation to improve and then refine the powerful soul. Shen Shang is now starting to eat the mad blood pill, starting to cultivate and improve his own blood. According to the current practice system, he will first raise the realm to talk about it. For Shen Shang, it only takes time to improve and cultivate behavior. When he eats Dan cultivation, he can condense the lifeless dewdrops, and after training, use the lifeless dewdrops to make high-grade medicinal materials and send them to Washangyu to help the alchemy. In this way, he will be able to eat a continuous blood erythrism pill, and cultivation can quickly improve it. Shen Shang cultivated quickly, and did not worry about any unstable foundations, because his foundation was already very solid. His soul, consciousness, and physical body are very strong, so there is no concern about instability. Promoting cultivation to become a strong self is not only to face the invasion of the 10,000 clan, but also to look for other 4 elephant soldiers. Xiao Jing's sister said that Shen Zhang's strength is not enough. She will not guide Shen Shang to find other 4 elephant soldiers. Of course, Shen Shang would like to hurry up the 4 elephant soldiers quickly, that can help him improve his great strength, and he will have more confidence to fight against the unknown strong enemy. In just a few days of cultivation, Shen Shang has stepped into the Taoist realm sevenfold, which was achieved after eating a lot of crazy blood pill. If Wu Yujun sees Shen Shang again, he will definitely be frightened like hell. After Shen Shang stepped into Taoist realm, he found that his body seemed stronger and a little taller. Damn, the age of my body is actually related to my cultivation. What the is this? Shen Shang finally figured out how to promote his own physical growth, not related to time, but to strength. What made him feel helpless was that he stepped from the 6th to the 7th level of Taoist realm, his body was only a little taller, and no one else could even see it. This shows that he wants to grow up quickly, that requires a higher level of cultivation. He estimated that even if he stepped into Taoism, he would not grow much. The mad blood pill made by the 3,000 years of medicine can no longer satisfy Shen Shang, he can only be promoted to 5,000 years. It is still a mad blood pill. As long as the year of the medicinal materials continues to rise, this pill can continue to be eaten. Hua Shangyu is practicing alchemy every day in Baihualu. She hopes that Su Meiyao will come over quickly so that she can help her share a little bit of work. She is not tired, but she always wants to play with Shen Shang. She doesn't need to practice now. At most, it's time to take a break. Cultivate Shen Zhang's exercises and absorb the spirit to cultivate the soul, so that she can strengthen her soul and consciousness. Shen Shang intends to step into the Taoist realm, he can almost move, he is also an unsettled master. Because Long Jushao already had the address of Zhenmo Tianzun, Shen Shang was going to get a vote. Zhenmo Tianzun gave him the poison pill, and he still had to control the Spark City, and he also colluded with the divine horned beast race. This villain, Shen Shang, could not let it go. Only now, Shen Zhang's strength is not enough to kill Zhenmo Tianzun, but it is still possible to steal some of Zhenmo Tianzun's property. At night, Shen Shang practiced in the Chamber of Secrets, and Huang Jintian came to him. "Boy, didn't you let me help you steal the sword?" Huang Jintian said with a smile. "I'm in a good state now and I can act." "Are you afraid of the Duke of Demon?" Shen Shang smiled. "Don't mention the dead old lady," Huang Jintian said with a curse. "Wait, I will kill her sooner or later. Now steal the sword, if you are found, you are not afraid to be hunted down by the Zhenmo Tianzun?" Shen Shang asked. In fact, Sword Soul was already acquired by Shen Shang, and Long Jushao knew it, but Huang Jintian didn't know it yet. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3989, Lingfeng Tianzun. Huang Jintian had not allowed Shen Shang to do it before, just because he was afraid of the Duke of Demons' discovery, but now that he had recovered his memory, he knew more things and knew that Shen Shang needed the blue dragon to kill the magic knife, so he overcame his fear and planned to go out in person. "Old Huang," called Master, Huang Jintian said majestically. "I got the knife so long ago." Shen Shang smiled and said, "When you are waiting, the daylily will be cold." "What, you dead boy? Okay, you can all create the universe of awesomeness, and stealing a knife is not a thing for you." Huang Jintian said with a lip, "It's really old for the teacher." "I'm not old, Master, I still plan to ask you to get a big ticket." Shen Shang smiled mysteriously. "Are you going?" Huang Jintian thought for a while and thought that there should be no danger, and then nodded directly. "Why don't you go?" "I'm Huang Tianxi, don't treat me as a counselor. I didn't steal the sword before. I focused on the overall situation." Quote, "I'm going to steal the devil Tianzun," Shen Shang said with a smile. "I am short of manpower, Master, you are very suitable. Dare to go." "Don't you dare, even if you don't say it, I'm going to **** him. It's this old miscellaneous donkey who instructed the Duke of Demon to come to me, will I be fooled without this old miscellaneous donkey?" Huang Jintian hummed suddenly. "When will you leave?" "Wait for me to break through," Shen Shang said. "I am now in the sevenfold Taoist realm. After 2 or 3 days, I should be able to step into the eightfold Taoist realm. By then, I will use the Blue Dragon Slaughter magic knife and the 6 divine mirrors to play even more. Strong power, this is more insurance." "What, it's not long before the conference, you just stepped into the Taoist sixfold, and you are about to step into the eightfold now?" Huang Jintian was shocked. When he met Shen Shang in that divine forest before, he was still a little boy who didn't cultivate. And now it's almost eightfold. You know, many people have been practicing for many years before they stepped into the 8th level. Shen Shang is still a teenager. "Okay, you are the ancestral god, you are only eightfold now, that's too slow." Huang Jintian said. "Boy, you have to practice hard, don't think about picking up girls all day. Let's say, you are now this face, you still use it. Do you have a bubble? Didn't the girls see you when they saw you?" "I didn't pick up girls. I'm like a younger brother. I can't show my talents." Shen Shang was helpless when he said this. "Okay, I'll wait for you for 2 days, and then go to the devil's nest." Huang Jintian left and finished preparing. Shen Shang had planned to go to Huang Jintian before. After all, Huang Jintian was originally a loafer. It doesn't matter if he was not in Spark City. Like Long Jushao, he needed him to guard the City of Sparks, and these days, Jushao Heaven and Earth also have strong people coming one after another. That is all Long Jushao's men, all very loyal. By Yanqing and Xing Yanho, their pressure is suddenly much less, because now Jushaoshindi is helping. Even the power of an empire is far worse than Jushaoshindi. Wu Yujun, the crown prince of Tianong Empire, who is dressed as a man, is also betting on Spark City. In particular, after learning that Long Jushao fully supported the construction of Spark City, she made additional investments. The Tianong Empire is now in a state of chaos, and it will soon collapse. In short, the imperial power of the empire can no longer control the entire empire. All the forces of the empire have secretly united and began to build their own safe city. Wu Yujun can only guarantee the persuasion of those who are loyal to the City of Sparks before the collapse of the empire, where she will hope. Many great changes have also taken place in the Tianong Empire. Wu Yujun, a prince dressed as a man, quickly fell, and then, Lingfeng Tianzun, came to the Tianong Empire to support his loyal prince as his prince. Ling Fengtianzun said that Wu Yujun betrayed the Tianong Empire and sent resources to the Spark City. He wanted to recover that resource to the Spark City. Wu Yujun can only take people to Spark City to participate in the construction. Shen Shang contacted her and said that she was busy and could not meet her for the time being. After Wu Yujun came to Spark City, she saw many magnificent and huge construction projects, and she did not dare to be arrogant because she knew she was very small in Spark City. She also saw many dragons flying in the air, transporting various huge stones to form a city wall. With the help of dragons in the sky, it is very simple to build a big city and build a thick and tall wall. The most important thing is that if these dragons play in the face of the invasion of the 10,000 races, it will give people a more pragmatic feeling. Shen Shang took the 5,000-year-old medicinal herbs refined by Huashangyu and practiced it for 2 days before finally entering the Taoist realm of the Eightfold to cultivate the golden light and blood. This is the characteristic of the Taoist realm of the Eightfold. Every time Huashangyu sends Dan, you can see Shen Shang and Shen Shang Qingqing mine. Bai Yuyu will occasionally follow up, and then talk to Shen Shang about various improvements in exercises. Huashangyu is also trying to practice Shen Zhang's inanimate sky technique. Although it is difficult, she also decided to practice it, because it is a great help to alchemy. Great, after so many days of retreat, I can finally go out and breathe. Shen Shang was also very happy after breaking through. Where are you going? Do you want me to go with you? Huashangyu asked. When she had amnesia before, Shen Shang often took her to do things. You have to stay in Baihualu to protect Zilan. Shen Shang smiled and said, I'm going to find Tianzun to do something this time. That guy poisoned me before and wanted to control me. I want to give some color. He looked. I want to go too. Huashangyu Zhao said with a disappointment, but I really can't beat Tianzun. I'm too weak, otherwise you should take Yu. No, I will go with my master. Shen Shang smiled. Master has also recovered his memory, he has a holiday with Zenmo Tianzun. That's good. Huashangyu knew that Huang Jintian was still very strong. When Huang Jintian followed Shen Shang, she was more at ease. When is Mei Yao coming? I miss her a lot. Shen Shang missed the goblin very much. Even if she comes, you can only watch, she can't remember you coming, she won't be close to you. Huashangyu Zhao smiled. At this moment, Huang Jintian arrived on time. Girl, don't come unharmed. Huang Jintian smiled. This time when we lost our memories, we became very strange. Master, take care of the little villain, don't let him die again. Huashangyu squeezed Shen Zhang's face with both hands and told him. I know. By the way, after you restore your memory, don't tell her girl about losing memory. Huang Jintian said. Well, they all want to restore their memories when they don't get it. Huashangyu certainly knows that Shen Shang can't help so many weak people now. Boy, release 6 magic mirrors, let's go back quickly. Huang Jintian said. Huang Jintian's flying mount is a pig, fast, but not as good as Shen Zhang's 6 magic mirrors. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3990, Double Major Disaster. Shen Shang released 6 magic mirrors, and Huang Jintian jumped up immediately. He controlled the 6 god mirrors to fly to Long Jushao, and Long Jushao gave him a small earth dragon. This little guy will guide you to find Zenmo Tianzun. Long Jushao said. You must be careful, Zenmo Tianzun's strength is still relatively strong. Long Jushao, do you despise our mentor and apprentice? Huang Jintian said with a smile. A dear town, Mo Tianzun, are we still unsure? Be careful, Long Jushao smiled. We're gone, and I'll be back as soon as possible. Shen Shang controlled the 6 god mirrors and flew out of Spark City at once. Huang Jintian lay on the 6 god mirrors, looking at the blue sky, and said very comfortably, the 6 god mirrors are good. They are all **** temples, which weaken our strength so low, and they don't give us flight yet. I'm going to forget the feeling of flying freely. In the past, not only could you fly casually, but you could also fly between star fields. Now it is difficult to fly to the starry sky, because there is an enchantment, which covers all the 10 worlds and cannot fly out. Master, have you ever beaten Tianzun? Shen Shang asked. That Zenmo Tianzun is very vicious. He gave me a poison pill before, which was poisonous, and he wanted to control me through this poison pill. Those Tianzun, of course I have beaten, but I am not in a good state now. Huang Jintian said. When I am in a good state one day, I will catch one and beat him up in front of you. What is bad condition? I think you can't beat it. Shen Shang laughed. Master, have you lived on a dog for 100,000 years? Dead boy, being a teacher is not the kind that is good at fighting. Should you know my strongest ability? That is to predict the future. Over the years, I have predicted the future many times, which has also caused me a lot of trauma. To stand still for nature. Huang Jintian pouted. It's sophistry. Shen Shang grinned. Master, the reason why those Tianzun can be stronger is mainly because their consciousness broke through the restrictions early, so they are much stronger than you in all respects, right? They are all running dogs raised by those guys outside the world. They are helped by the world. Not only are they strong in consciousness, but also their soul, flesh, and equipment are very strong. The panacea they eat comes from Tianwei, and their magic weapons are all from Tianwei, and they also absorb all kinds of energy from Tianwei. They have such good conditions, but they are still so weak. Huang Jintian scolded. Huang Jintian now also admits that he really could not beat Tianzun, but this is mainly because of the environment. The spirits growing up in the 10 heavens and the earth are limited in their consciousness and cannot be broken through. Naturally, all aspects will fall behind. Coupled with poor equipment, it is really difficult to defeat Tianzun. Only Long Jushao, one of the few powerful beasts, can rely on innate advantages to fight against Tianzun. Master, the energy outside the heavens is indeed very strong. If we can absorb the power of the heavens, or obtain all kinds of refining materials and immortals from the heavens, we can also have the same strength as Tianzun among the 10 heavens and the earth. Before Shen Shang was under the dragon-biting abyss, he had been exposed to the power of heaven, but that kind of power was extremely poisonous. The energy that has penetrated from outside the world is poisonous. It is very likely that it is a person outside the sky. I don't want that energy to be absorbed by people in the top 10. No way. Huang Jintian shook his head. Do you know why not many people have beaten Tianzun among the top 10? Why? Shen Shang asked. Isn't it the cause of the environment? The most important thing is that every once in a while, the souls of the 10 worlds will be taken away from their bodies. Huang Jintian said. Have the girls in Bayawatiandi not told you? Of course, Xiao Shonglin said, so they have been collecting resources just to prepare for the disaster. Master, have you been pumped away from your body? Shen Shang asked. Of course it was pumped away. In short, this feeling is very good. Over the years, it has happened many times. Every time we are pumped away, we are very weak. If you don't hide and don't have enough resources, you will be killed. When Huang Jintian said this, his eyes were slightly frightened. You said that the 10,000 clan invaded in, will the spirits of the 10 worlds be pumped away? Shen Shang was suddenly worried at this moment. This is a double disaster, and it will cause a devastating blow to the top 10 worlds. Huang Jintian is also worried about this. Once it happens, the consequences will be very serious. I don't know, I dare not think about it. Huang Jintian took a deep breath and said, so we have to make the worst plan, in case. What will the energy being pumped be used for? Shen Shang continued to ask. I don't know, maybe the creatures of the 10 worlds are the granaries of some guys, and they are harvested every once in a while. Huang Jintian smiled bitterly. If you don't get rid of this status quo, even if it is another 100,000 years, a million years, we will always do this. Relax, I will definitely lead you out of this dilemma. Shen Shang said confidently. The speed of 6 mirrors is getting faster and faster, and it is still flying at high altitude, which is very safe. The little earth dragon continuously guided Shen Shang to correct the direction and led him to the residence of Zhenmo Tianzun. Now the direction of flight is actually over the imperial city. Zhenmo Tianzun has always been in the imperial city. Huang Jintian frowned. How come I don't know? Master, did you say that I've played Zhenmo Tianzun now? Shen Shang asked. He wasn't asking. Huang Jintian froze for a while. He did not feel that Shen Shang was arrogant, because Shen Shang had the green dragon slaughter and 6 magic mirrors. It shouldn't work yet. Huang Jintian shook his head. Zhenmo Tianzun's blood is very strong. You can't shake the blood of Tianzun without the strong physical strength of Long Jushao. Is it okay if I have an ancestral ancestor? Shen Shang feels that he is now the eightfold Taoist realm, and the distance from the Taoist realm is only 2 big realms apart. If it sounds to others, he is simply a fool. If you want to fight Tianzun, let's not mention the Taoist realm is eightfold, even if it is tenfold. There is also a big gap between Shizhong and Shizhong, the main gap is still in the flesh and flesh. If you add a piece of extraterrestrial equipment, it will be even more unbeatable. Shen Shang, although your kid has the Blue Dragon Slaughter Demon Blade and 6 magical mirrors, don't be too floaty. You can't play Tianzun now, unless you have the cultivation practice of the Daorin realm. You can try one test. Of course, Huang Jintian will not underestimate Shen Shang, but he feels that Shen Shang is still waiting for a moment. Then I will destroy the Duke of the Devil. Can't beat it. Shen Shang laughed. She is your old friend, you should know her strength. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3991, Zenmofeng. Shen Shang would like to try how strong he is now using the Blue Dragon Slayer, so the best thing is to find someone who is higher than him. I've said it, don't mention the dead old lady. Also, don't think of killing her. Huang Jintian tickled. This old lady must die in my hands. I have to kill her personally to relieve my hatred. Quote. The speed of the 6 god mirrors did not take too long to fly to the imperial city. Now it is only an hour, and I arrived at the residence of Zhenmo Tianzun. Zhenmo Tianzun was not in the imperial city, but in a deep mountain outside the imperial city. He built a palace on the peak of a giant mountain. This is the residence of Zhenmo Tianzun. This guy is very high profile. No one knows his residence. Shen Shang looked at the magnificent palace on the top of the peak below, looking at the 6 magic mirrors, feeling very puzzled. Because in legend, Tianzun's residence is very mysterious. Just because your 6 magic mirrors can fly here, other flying magic weapons and flying beasts can't fly so high at all. Huang Jintian said with a smile, don't hurry down. I don't think you are like this. Are you going to steal it? Do you want to kill it directly? The 6 god mirrors are suspended in a very high air and are still invisible. It is really difficult to be found, but Shen Shang is still very cautious. I really want to go down to find Zhenmo Tianzun to do 2 tricks. Shen Shang smiled. But, I still don't want to fight him. Don't hurry, let's turn around here first to see what is unique about that mountain. Huang Jintian smiled. We not only want to steal the old guy's things, but also kill him this mountain. Quote. There are a lot of huge peaks of this level, and Zhenmo Tianzun chose this one, which shows that there must be something special. Master, you said the good things of Zhenmo Tianzun, will you take them with you? Shen Shang said. If there is nothing good in his residence, we will be free this time. How could it be possible? Huang Jintian said with a smile. If we bomb his palace, then it is not Beilai. Shen Shang originally planned to steal something and ran away, but now Huang Jintian not only wants to steal, but also kills the mountain, making Zhenmo Tianzun uncomfortable for a while. Shen Shang controlled the 6 god mirrors to hover in the air, and also contacted Sister Xiaojing to see if there were any discoveries. Sister Xiaojing just said that there is a strange energy inside the giant mountain below. Master, do you see what's coming? Shen Shang was impatient, because he wanted to go down quickly and dive into the palace. Huang Jintian didn't answer, he observed the terrain beneath the observer. If you want to see if there are any special features in that mountain, the best way is to drill in and see. If there is a special place in such a large mountain, as long as you drill in and reach the mountain, you might find it. This giant mountain is the main peak, and there are more than 200 large and small peaks around it, all surrounding this main peak. Huang Jintian stood on the edge of the 6 Taoist mirror and looked at the terrain below seriously. After all, Huang Jintian is known as Huang Tianxi, so he still has experience in seeing these things. Master, what do you see? Shen Shang asked again. If I guessed right, there should be a hole underneath. Huang Jintian frowned. But this hole is very unusual, and different from Xinlongzhuang. Here is another hole, and it is also close to the imperial city. Shen Shang was surprised. There was a big hole near Spark City, and there was one near Emperor City. After I approached Xinlongzhuang, I could perceive a strong dragon momentum. The ***** horned beast should have blood connection with the dragon, so the spirit of the ***** horned beast is very similar to the dragon. Shen Shang said. But now, I can't feel any other breath underneath. You can't perceive it, because it was suppressed by a large array. Huang Jintian snorted coldly. Good guy, Gen Mo Tianzun has been protecting this place. If there are mountain peaks damaged near this, the breath of this cave will leak out. You contact Long Jushao and ask him to track the small earth dragon. If he has entered this area, can he get into the ground? Huang Jintian asked seriously. Shen Shang immediately took out the subpoena, contacted Long Jushao, and talked about Huang Jintian. After listening to Long Jushao, he replied, "It's also very strange to say, the small earth dragons I released before, for the sake of safety, are all split in and then go in, but the small earth dragons that went in are all dead. That is to say, there is a big battle." Huang Jintian said in surprise, "I didn't find it." Shen Shang was also surprised because neither he nor Xiao Jing's sister could see it. There should be a large formation. Only when you enter the formation will you discover it and trigger the power of the large formation. Long Jushao said. Small earth dragon enters and dies, probably because of the killing formation in the formation. There is a problem with this town's magic peak. Huang Jintian said. There are arrays of things inside the hundreds of peaks near the town's peak. This kind of large formation must have been completed for many years. Master, shall we go in and explore? Shen Shang said. It's okay to go in, but it's safer for us to go in from the ground. Huang Jintian said. It seems that this town of Demon Tianzun, who has been hiding this time for many years, must be fooling. Shen Shang immediately controlled the 6 magic mirrors to fly away from that formation, and then landed on the ground. Probably wherever you go, you will be in battle. Shen Zhang's 6 god mirrors were also confiscated. Anyway, the 6 god mirrors became smaller and unremarkable, and no one would recognize them. Furthermore, there are not many people who have seen the 6 god mirrors. Even if they are in front of him, they will not be recognized. I don't know, in short we have to be careful. Huang Jintian said. It's a good place to land, there seems to be a way here. Shen Shang landed under a mountain, where the trees were dense, but he could see a mountain road, which should be often passed by. Is it someone who comes in or out of Zenmofeng? Shen Shang said. The area around Zenmofeng is surrounded by a large array. If you fly in, it will definitely be targeted and then attacked by a large array. Huang Jintian and Shen Shang, following the mountain road, only half an hour later, they heard a familiar voice. Mother, over the years, your master finally allowed me to go to Zenmofeng. What does that mean? Prince Dian's voice came, seeming very excited. Don't be too happy, it's not easy to go to the magic peak. You have to walk, and there are a lot of trials on the road. Duke Demon said coldly. Mother, with you there, we can easily reach the top of Zenmo Peak. Prince Dian laughed. Of course it can be very easy. But the master's meaning is to let yourself climb to the top of the town Demon Peak. Duke Demon said, and the face of Crown Prince Yan changed. Mother, I'm afraid I can't do it myself. Crown Prince Dian seemed very afraid of climbing the mountain. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3992, Mentoring. The Crown Prince and the Duke of Demon were here, and both Shen Shang and Huang Jin were pleasantly surprised. Huang Jintian has now recovered that part of his memory, and after eating the sea spirit pill, his consciousness has become much stronger. He couldn't beat the Duke of Demon before, just because his consciousness was not strong enough, but now he is enough. So meeting the Duke of Demon in this place is an excellent mobile phone meeting. After Huang Jintian became stronger, the first thing he wanted was to kill the Duke of Demon. Now that he meets the Duke of Demon, he is naturally very happy. After Shen Shang entered the Taoist realm, he did not know how powerful he was to use the Blue Dragon Slaughtering Sword, so he wanted to try the Duke of Demon. The Duke of Demon should be a Taoist realm, but Shen Shang is not afraid at all. I think this is a good test target. Huang Jintian knows Shen Shang very well. When he sees Shen Shang rushing, he knows that this apprentice wants to kill the Duke of Devil. Prince Dian is yours, and the Duke of Demon is mine. Huang Jintian voiced with his consciousness. Master, the Duke of Demon was originally yours, but I want to kill her now, don't rob me. Shen Shang Chuanian responded. Don't pretend to be stupid. I have said before that the Duke of Demon destruction must be killed by me. Go, you go to kill the Crown Prince, you and he are both young, and it is fair to fight. Huang Jintian grabbed Shen Zhang's shoulder. Yes, if you can't fight, remember to call me to help, don't be maddened by that old lady. Shen Shang smiled. You are my master after all, I don't want you to be so weak, lest I dare not admit that you are my master. It's just a Duke of Demon, and I can press her on the ground with one hand. Huang Jintian looked confident. By the way, if we come here to steal something, if we fight, will the movement be great? Shen Shang whispered. As long as Zenmo Tianzun doesn't come, it doesn't matter. If Zenmo Tianzun comes, I can know in advance. Huang Jintian said. With your strength, even if you can't beat Zenmo Tianzun, is it not easy to run? Quote. Okay, then we don't lose, we will finish as soon as possible. Shen Shang laughed. Master, I believe you will win, don't lose my face. I just look down on you so much, I have to win everything I say. Huang Jintian snorted, then quickly rushed forward, shouting, Old devil, you old zombie, old wax sow. The ugliest old female ***** of the 10 worlds, I, Huang Jintian, will definitely let you fly away today. Shen Shang secretly exclaimed in his heart, how much resentment this is. Huang Tianxi, what medicine did you take wrong? After hearing the Duke Demon, he did not panic at all, but was very calm. He sneered, you haven't shown up before, I thought you were really afraid of me. You fell asleep with me, I must let you die without a burial place. Huang Jintian shouted. Shen Shang couldn't help crying, his master was so miserable, it was indeed a big loss. Huang Tianxi, what do I give medicine? Obviously, after we drink, you love me. Duke Demon said with a smile, you are looking for me to take revenge now. You have chosen the wrong place, this is Zenmo Peak, if hear battle, my master will definitely hear it. No matter what today, I will kill you. Huang Jintian roared, dead old lady, you are dead. Huang Jintian, like an angry wolf, rushed fiercely to the Duke of Demon. At this time, both Duke Demon and Crown Prince Tai Yan discovered Shen Shang. Huang Jintian even brought Shen Shang here, why did they come to this place? Although Duke Destroyer and Crown Prince Dayan are full of doubts, they are more happy. They suddenly thought that Shen Shang was poisoned, and then Xingyan Zhang found Huang Jintian. Huang Jintian brought Shen Shang here to find Zenmo Tianzun to detoxify. In the eyes of the Duke Destroyer, Shen Shang was not only poisoned, but also fell into their hands. Shen Shang has given it to you, said Duke Demon, and then rushed towards Huang Jintian. Shen Shang turned and ran. He had to stay away from the Duke of Demon, otherwise the Duke of Devil would surely try to attack him when he saw his son being hanged. Of course, Shen Shang wanted to play against the Duke of Demon, but he had to take care of Master's feelings, so he left it to Huang Jintian. Don't want to run away, I'm not a weak chicken like Prince Tianong. Crown Prince Dayan smiled coldly, and then chased Shen Shang. Prince Dayan's cultivation practice is the Taoist realm of Zhouzhang, which is said to have just broken through, and it was only through various evil exercises that he practiced breakthrough. Shen Shang pretended to be flustered and was rushing through the dense forest. He was really fast and he was very smart. Crown Prince Dayan had to admit that Shen Shang was indeed very good, and his cultivation level was not high, but he could run for so long in front of him. Shen Shang, you are poisoned, so follow Huang Tianxi to solve the poison pill. Prince Tian shouted behind, you now use blood to run and dodge, which will increase the poison in your body. Shen Shang smiled secretly, because he didn't use blood at all. He only used the strength of his body to walk Prince Dayan like a dog. His Royal Highness, you and I have no grievances, why are you so murderous? Shen Shang asked. I am a talented person. You are extremely talented, and I know you are poisoned, I just want to help you detoxify quickly. Crown Prince Taiyan said, pretending to be kind. Is the poison on my body caused by the devil Tianzun giving me that pill? Shen Shang pretended to be panicked and shouted, I don't want to die, can you really help me detoxify? I am willing to practice my consciousness pass to you. Crown Prince Dayan is even more excited. If he can get the Xingyanman's practice of divine consciousness, then he is making a lot of money. Zenmo Tianzun will definitely praise and reward him. Shen Shang must not only stay away from the Duke of Demon, but also away from Zenmo Peak, which can prevent sneak attacks by Zenmo Tianzun. Although Junzun Tianzun does not necessarily come, but if he does, Shen Zhang's current cultivation practice is unstoppable. Shen Shang, you are poisoned very deeply. It is not the poison under the demise of Tianzun, but the poison taught by Xingyan Zhang. Don't run away, I am not malicious to you. Prince Dayan is like coaxing a child to Shen Shang coax to stop. He is also helpless now, because he can't catch up with the little boy Shen Shang himself. Shen Shang is in the dense forest, but is more flexible than the monkey, and the speed is fast, even if Prince Dayan can't catch up with a few more legs. In order not to let Prince Dayan give up, Shen Shang deliberately slowed down, and then behaved as if he made a mistake, deliberately hit a tree, and then thrilled to avoid Prince Yan's attack. This was the case several times in succession. Seeing Shen Shang hit the tree, he was about to catch it soon, but was ran away by Shen Shang again. Prince Yan was almost dead. Although it looks thrilling, Shen Shang has a lot of fun. He is now happy. He really wants to know how Huang Jintian is there. Is he as happy as he is? World Defying Dan God Chapter 3993, Forest Games. Crown Prince Dian started to feel a little crazy. He was obviously older than Shen Shang, older than Shen Shang, and what he learned was definitely more superb than Shen Shang, but he could not catch up with Shen Shang. After this wave of chasing down, Crown Prince Taiyan was also fainted, and he had moved away from the Duke of Demon, and he could not even hear the fighting over there. Shen Shang, if you continue to run, you will really die. Crown Prince Dian was anxious and hurriedly shouted, as long as you stop, I will give Jiu Dan to eat and let you take a life back. How can you have Jiu Dan? Shen Shang asked. It was given to me by Zenmo Tianzun, and it can cure all poisons. Crown Prince Dian can only lie now, because his main purpose is to stop Shen Shang and then go straight to take down Shen Shang. Shen Shang stopped suddenly, and the great Prince Yan rejoiced. It was mainly because Shen Shang felt that he was far enough away from the Duke of Demon, and Prince Tian pursued along the way, constantly attacking with blood gas at a distance, and the blood gas exploded from the body, which was very expensive. In other words, Prince Tian is now being consumed a lot, but he is still very confident himself, thinking that Shen Shang is not his opponent at all. After Shen Shang stopped, Prince Dian took a deep breath and secretly condensed the blood in his body. He wanted to punch Shen Shang with a punch. He can't kill Shen Shang yet, because he wants to ask Shen Shang how to cultivate his consciousness. That's right. After all, I am the prince of the Great Flame Empire. How can I harm you? You are the best disciple of Xingyan Gate, the first in the conference, and you are the genius of the Great Flame Empire. Crown Prince Dian walked over with a smile while condensing his blood, and when he approached Shen Shang, he punched out. He was still 2 meters away from Shen Shang. The blood of his fist gleamed with golden light, bursting out a golden fist shadow, which fell on Shen Zhang's chest. Boom! Shen Shang was blasted out and his body hit a big tree. Ha ha ha! Prince Dian laughed confidently, and then took out the communication symbol and told his mother that Shen Shang had been taken down. Crown Prince Dian put away the messenger, took out a dagger, and walked to Shen Shang with a smile on his face. Ouch! Xingyanman's strongest disciple, didn't you run fast just now? Why didn't you run now? Crown Prince Dian looked at Shen Shang lying on the ground and sneered, you're falling now. If I don't want to endure hardships, I will immediately write down the mental formulas of practicing consciousness. Shen Shang didn't have anything at all, he just pretended, because he thought it was fun. Crown Prince Dian is now standing in front of Shen Shang, skillfully playing with the exquisite dagger, laughing and saying, I don't know how much Xingyan Palm is willing to pay to redeem you. At this moment, Shen Shang suddenly swept his legs and swept to Prince Dian's legs. Shen Zhang's blood gas is very overbearing. This leg sweep condenses most of his body's blood gas on his thighs. He just so suddenly swiped Prince Dian's legs apart. Crown Prince Dian wears armor, but all is on the upper body, mainly to protect his heart and vital parts. There is no protection for the legs. If you wear thick armor, it will be very inconvenient to run. Prince Dian's legs were broken directly, and the incomparable pain spread all over his body. He hadn't known how the pain felt for many years. The pain of being swept off his legs made his screaming like a pig screaming. Shen Shang immediately took off one of Prince Yan's shoes and slammed into the screaming mouth. Boom! Shen Shang punched the abdomen of Tian Prince, and directly abolished Dantian. The blood squirted out of Prince Dian's mouth, and he rushed the shoe out, but was immediately blocked by Shen Shang. His Royal Highness, you are too weak. Shen Shang said with a smile, you are worse than Prince Tianong, so I am embarrassed to say that people are weak chickens. Crown Prince Dian has been scrapped, and now he can only moan desperately. What makes him desperate is that his self-defense magic weapon has no response at all. In fact, as long as Shen Shang releases the shock of his consciousness, he can invalidate those magic weapons in a very short time. When Shen Shang had stolen the sword from Prince Dian before, he used his hands and feet on the magic weapons, so now he can quickly invalidate those amulets. Give me a reason not to kill you. Shen Shang took off that shoe and smiled. Don't call it, if you call, I'll put it back. Prince Yan had blood all over his mouth, and he hadn't eaten this kind of bitterness since he was a child. At this moment, he burst into tears. You are dead, Zenmo Tianzun is nearby. He is waiting for me at the top of Zenmo Peak. He can't wait for me, you all have to finish. Prince Tian cried. Even if I'm finished, you will come to me in front of me. Shen Shang thought that Grand Prince Yan was also a relatively calm person, but now it is no different from those fish. Let's talk about what value you have, otherwise I will kill you. Shen Zhang's hand flew to Shen Zhang's hand with the dagger on the ground. Shen Shang can get rid of this big prince without using the Dragon Slayer's sword. I have the sword soul of the Blue Dragon Slaughtering Demon Sword. As long as you don't kill me, I will give you the sword soul. Crown Prince Dian said quickly. Dao Po, Qinglong Tumo Dao, what is that? Shen Shang pretended not to know. You don't know the Blue Dragon Slayer's sword? Crown Prince Dian wailed, that's one of the ancestral weapons. What auspicious ancestor? What Blue Dragon Slaughter magic sword? I haven't heard. Are you teasing me to play? Shen Shang said. I think you are a puppet of the Duke of Demon, there is no value at all, you can go on the road. Quote. Don't kill me, I'll give you the soul of the sword. Crown Prince Dian was really anxious. He didn't expect that someone didn't know the Blue Dragon Slayer. What is the sword spirit? Shen Shang said, punching Prince Yan's chest hard. Crown Prince Dian spurted blood. At this moment, he also saw Shen Shang release a little blood gas, turned out to be golden light blood gas. This is the Eightfold Taoist realm. A 14-year-old boy, is it too important? Not long ago in the conference, Shen Shangkai has 6 levels of humanity. Are you Taoist? Crown Prince Dian shivered. Yeah, I just broke through these few days. Shen Shang smiled and said, are you really a 9th Taoist realm? You are too weak. After talking, Shen Shang punched again. Prince Dian fainted in fear and fright. After Shen Shang woke him up, there was a severe beating, and then he took away his soul with a Dementor spell, and then cut off his head. I don't know if Master can do it. Shen Shang Yoya hurried to Huang Jintian's side. It didn't take long for Huang Jintian to send the news with a summon. Dead boy, come and help me. Shen Shang thought it was good news from Huang Jintian, but did not expect it to be for help. This Duke Destroyer, something. Shen Shang took out 6 magic mirrors and flew directly through the air. He was worried that if he slowed down a bit, Master would be ravaged by the Duke of Demon again. Do you like this sight? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3994, Rescuer. Shen Shang still underestimated the strength of the Duke of Demon, and could actually fight Huang Jintian for help. Huang Jintian was in front of him, but he said that he would be able to defeat the Duke of Demon. For a person with such a good face, in order not to be embarrassed in front of his apprentice, he would have to defeat the Duke of Demon even if he worked hard. However, Huang Jintian had to be embarrassed for help, indicating that he lost to the Duke of Demon. Shen Shang quietly approached the past to secretly attack the Duke of Devil. Prince Tian thought that he had killed Shen Shang before, so he proudly summoned the Duke of Demon, saying that he had already killed Shen Shang. Shen Shang did not destroy the soul of Crown Prince Yan, but was temporarily sealed inside the 6 God mirrors. So the Duke of Demon did not know that his son had been killed by Shen Shang. After Shen Shang rode 6 magic mirrors close, he landed invisible in that messy forest. Huang Jintian was indeed very embarrassed. His clothes were ragged, and he was beaten gray, and some parts of his body were also blackened. Boom! Duke Destroyer pushed his palms, and the blood gas erupted into a thunderbolt, which directly enveloped Huang Jintian. The injured Huang Jintian has slowed down, and now he can only condense his blood into his body, struggling to resist it. Dead old lady, you can only suppress me with equipment. What kind of hero? Huang Jintian said angrily. The equipment in your hand is given by Zhenmo Tianzun. Equipment is also a part of strength. You underestimated my strength. This is your own problem. Duke Demon sneered. Huang Jintian, I will not kill you, because I have to ask 6 ways from your mouth. The whereabouts of the magic mirror. You were overwhelming me at that time, extracting most of my energy, causing me to become weak, and I was naturally not your opponent. Huang Jintian suddenly became very calm, because he knew Shen Shang was nearby. It was all your own carelessness, and drank my poisoned wine. In fact, you still care. Duke Demon saw Huang Jintian suddenly calm, he sneered, why? Are you still thinking about making a comeback? Do you know who Shen Shang is? Huang Jintian asked. No matter who he is, he is finished. He has been seriously injured by my son, and now he is either dead or arrested. Duke Demon said. Huang Jintian, you honestly answer me, Qinlongzhuang's conspiracy, have you participated? Because Huang Jintian said to Prince Dian before, there is something like Longbao under Qinlongzhuang. Everyone knows that Huang Jintian is very accurate in seeing these things, so Prince Dian believes him very much. Even the Duke of Extermination believes that Huang Jintian wouldn't be deceived unless Huang Jintian had a ticket. Qinlongzhuang, I did not participate. For this matter, I really regret it. Huang Jintian smiled. Do you really think your son won Shenshang? Why, that kid is only sixfold in Taoist realm, and my son is ninefold in Taoist realm, and he has a body magic weapon and amulet. Not to mention that Shen Zhang's kid, even you, did not want to take my son. So simple. In the speech of the Duke Destroyer, a series of thunder and lightning struck Huang Jintian again. Even now, the Duke of Demon does not dare to approach Huang Jintian, because she knows that Huang Jintian is a very cunning guy. Shen Shang is my apprentice, he is very strong. Huang Jintian laughed. As long as he kills your son, he can come over and help me immediately. Although Huang Jintian smiled, but his heart was in a hurry, because Shen Shang did not shoot. Ha ha ha, this is the most absurd big joke I've ever heard. The Duke of Demon looked up and laughed. Don't talk about one Shen Shang, even 10, can't beat my son. At this time, Shen Shang sent a message to Huang Jintian. Master, you are working hard with her with the strongest power, and don't be afraid of being injured. Then I can attack her. Shen Shang whispered to Huang Jintian. Huang Jintian heard that Shen Shang was going to shoot, and immediately created an opportunity for Shen Shang, immediately condensed his whole body of blood, and then screamed and rushed towards the Duke of Demon. Is it desperate? The Duke of Demon sneered. Huang Jintian, you used to be a character from Megatron in all directions, and lived for tens of thousands of years, but after all it is still in my hands. You start today, it is no longer what big man, but a waste. Defeating a big man like Huang Jintian will be very fulfilling for the Duke Demon, so she is also a little excited at the moment. Huang Jintian fluctuated all over the body, sending out bursts of roar, violently blasting a powerful air wave, breaking through trees in all directions. Every time he took a step, the earth was shaking, and his eyes were red, desperate to explode his blood. Seeing Huang Jintian desperately, Duke Demon also converged on his previous pride and arrogance, because Huang Jintian in front of him was still very scary. The Duke Destroyer held a long sword and backed off again and again. Her body was still too weak. Even with the black armor on her body, she might not be able to resist Huang Jintian's desperate blow. Huang Jintian has lived for so many years, even if cultivation is restricted, but after many years of hard work, his body is still very powerful. The Duke of Demon also knew that Huang Jintian's body was terrible, so she didn't dare to get close. Seeing that Duke Demon put all his attention on Huang Jintian, Shen Shang immediately sacrificed 6 magic mirrors. The little mirror sister of the 6 god mirrors, and Shen Shangxin have the spirit to know how to deal with the enemy. When the 6 god mirrors flew past, it was silent, and it did not become too big, but became the same size as the washbasin, and then attached to the back of the Duke of Demon. The Duke Destroyer could feel something sticking to her back, and then condensed the blood gas on the back, and exploded from the back through the blood gas, to rush the 6 mirrors away. However, the 6 Taoist mirror itself has a strong engulfing force, and the burst of blood gas was directly engulfed by the 6 Taoist mirror, and there was no impact at all. Little Mirror's sister controls the 6 magic mirrors to exert force, injecting a tyrannical energy into the Duke of Demon. The Duke Destroyer is still very strong, she can resist this force in time to avoid being injured, but she finds that it is not so simple. As long as the things posted on her back are not opened, she is very dangerous. Who is it? Shouted the Duke of Demon. She already knew someone was attacking her. It's me. Shen Shang came out with a smile. You. Duke Demon saw Shen Shang, his heart shook and shouted, how about my son? Here, Shen Shang finished talking, and threw a head directly, turned out to be the head of Prince Dian. Duke Destroyer saw that head, and the whole person was stupid. She was not too sad, just surprised. She is a person without feelings, and she will not be heartbroken by this kind of thing and cause her emotions to get out of control. The reason why she was surprised is that the Crown Prince Yan was actually killed by a teenager with 6 Taoist realms. This teenager is too terrible. Others don't know, but the Duke of Demon is very clear that Prince Dion has a life-saving gadget. Even Huang Jintian may not be able to kill Prince Dion. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3995, Underground Castle. Duke Demon looked at Shen Shang with a smirk, and secretly panicked. The young man with a hippie smile in front of her gave her a terrible feeling, as if she were like a 10,000-year-old fox. It's worthy of my apprentice. Huang Jintian smiled. Master, you are too useless. I used to say that you asked this old lady to let me deal with it. You went to fight Prince Dion. Shen Shang smiled and said, this is good, Prince Dion is me killed, this old lady will also be destroyed by me. Why did you kill my son? The Duke of Demon's back was still attached with 6 mirrors. What she didn't know is that when the 6 gods' mirrors swallowed the blood in her body, she also injected Shen Zhang's toxic power. Shen Shang was a master of poisoning a long time ago, and now he is just going back to his old business. He had collected a large number of extraterrestrial forces and various kinds of poisonous malaria under the dragon-biting abyss. He used those things and added several herbs to prepare poison. Shen Shang waved gently, and the 6 magic mirrors flew back into his hands. What did you just do? The Duke Destroyer has felt something is wrong. She is very confident in her defense, because she has a very good treasure, before blocking Huang Jintian many attacks. But now, she feels a little weak. Nothing. Your master wants to poison me. I just give my teeth back. Shen Shang said with a smile, I just poisoned you. Duke Demon shivered, and she had never seen such a poisoning method. First stick a thing on the back of another person, and then slowly inject virulence. How is this done? If there weren't 6 magic mirrors, Shen Shang was not good at poisoning the Duke of Demon. You are dead. Huang Jintian raised his eyebrows and exhaled, laughing, dead old lady, you finally planted it in my hands. When the Duke Demon realized that he was poisoned, he would surely fall into the hands of Huang Jintian, and immediately took out the summon. But just after taking it out, the 6 magic mirrors flew over like lightning, impacting on the hands of the Duke of Demon. What? Duke Destroyer made a scream, but saw her hand and kami symbol smashed by the 6 magic mirrors. At this moment, the Duke of Demon was even more terrified. She knew that the spinning thing was very strong. What was it? The Duke Destroyer only knew that Huang Jintian could calculate the whereabouts of the 6 magic mirrors, but she had never seen the 6 magic mirrors. So even if the 6 magic mirrors were in front of her, she could not recognize them. Boy, borrow your knife for me. Huang Jintian said suddenly. Here, Shen Shang took out the Dragon Slayer's devil sword and threw it to Huang Jintian. Seeing the blue dragon slaughtering sword, the Duke Destroyer screamed. Although she has never seen the Blue Dragon Slayer, but she can see at a glance that it is the Blue Dragon Slayer. This sword is now completely mastered by Shen Shang and has been sacrificed. Even if it appears here, others will not be able to detect the Blue Dragon Slayer's sword. Of course, Shen Shang is not worried that Zhenmo Tianzun will find that he has a little hope. Zhenmo Tianzun comes here so that he can have a chance to compete with Zhenmo Tianzun. Huang Jintian took over the Blue Dragon slaughtering sword and rushed towards the Duke of Demon Slash. This is the Blue Dragon Slayer's sword. Why was it in the boy's hands? When did you get it? The Duke Demon asked with great fear. This was his. Huang Jintian smiled. Do you know what the mirror in his hand is? The Duke Destroyer had never thought about it before, but Huang Jintian said so, she immediately thought of it. 6 magic mirrors. Qinglong Tumo Devil Knife and 6 magical mirrors, they are all Aoshi ancestors. At this moment, the Duke Destroyer immediately understood one thing. The behind-the-scenes guys in Spark City are not Xing Yanho, Zhao Jingzong, or even Long Jushao. It's the young man with 2 proud ancestors. Master, we have to make a quick decision, and we have to hurry to get things done, Shen Shang urged. Huang Jintian smiled, and then chopped to death the deadly Duke in 3 or 2. After killing the Duke of the Demon, Huang Jintian was also careful to destroy the corpse and wipe out the soul of the Duke of the Devil. Shen Shang withdrew the Blue Dragon slaughtering magic knife and smiled. Master, didn't you say you could kill the Duke of Devil? Of course I can get rid of her. I call you over to give you a chance to show your performance. Besides, I also want to show off my excellent apprentice in front of the dead old lady. Huang Jintian laughed and said, yes, how did you get rid of that great prince? It's easy to kill, Shen Shang said. Master, do you say I can kill the Duke of Demon? Yes, Huang Jintian is very sure now. So what about the Zhenmo Tianzun? Shen Shang asked again. Not yet, as I said before, you must have the cultivation practice of Taoist realm Zhouzhong before you can fight Tianzun. Huang Jintian shook his head. Well, then we should be careful, lest be defeated by Zhenmo Tianzun. Shen Shang also began to be cautious. Huang Jintian was at the forefront, and now he had to follow that road to the top of Zhenmo Peak. Zhenmo Tianzun lives on top. If there is something good, it should be hidden in the main peak of Zhenmofeng. A large group of mountains around Zhenmo Peak formed a large formation. In this large formation, Shen Shang did not dare to fly, fearing that it would disturb Zhenmo Tianzun. Huang Jintian led the way ahead. Although he was beaten up before, he now recovered from a horizontal view. It takes at least a few days to walk up the mountain. Shen Shang asked. That's for sure, Huang Jintian said. There are a lot of traps, and along the way I have to pay attention to whether there is anything to kill. After walking for a long time, they encountered several killings and saw some corpses of beasts on the road. No, Huang Jintian suddenly stopped and said, the palace above Zhenmo Peak, even if it is the residence of Zhenmo Tianzun, may not have anything hidden. Master, did you find anything wrong? Shen Shang asked hurriedly. The large array in this ghost place is very strong, which requires a very strong energy support, right? Huang Jintian asked. Well, if there is a hole here from all over the world, there will be a stable energy source. Shen Shang said. Generally this kind of energy source is underground. Huang Jintian said. If the most important place in this ghost place is the palace on the top of Zhenmo Peak, then it is enough to protect a Zhenmo Peak. And now this large array covers hundreds of mountains. Shen Shang nodded. This large array consumes a lot of energy. What is the reason for covering hundreds of mountains? Is it to protect the ground? The area covered by this large array is very wide, enough to build a big city under the ground. Huang Jintian said in a deep voice. A big city underground, guess what it is used for? World Defying Dan God Chapter 3996, God Lord. There is a big city deep underground in this area, and Shen Shang was shocked to hear that Huang Jintian had such speculations. Master, if there is such a big city, what do you think it can be used for? Shen Shang took a breath. I don't know. In short, I guess the underground of this area, there must be buildings such as Daigong Dachang. I don't know whether it's Zhenmo Tianzun's own, or the 10,000 races. Huang Jintian shook his head. Then shall we go down and see? Shen Shang doesn't want to come here in vain. If the palace on the top of Zhenmo Peak is just a guise, then they will run hard and find nothing, and they will waste a lot of time and even a great risk. Of course we have to go down and see, but we have to plan well. How can we go on faster? Huang Jintian said. The following may be dangerous. In short, we must be careful. Using 6 magic mirrors, Shen Shang said. The mirror surface can release a kind of light and can take us down. After he finished speaking, he used 6 magic mirrors to illuminate the ground, and then emitted a faint white light. A hole appeared on the ground. The 6 mirrors used to be free for some time, and the younger sister's sister was also at that time, helping the 6 mirrors acquire many abilities. We can make a vertical hole to go down. Huang Jintian laughed. Hurry up. Huang Jintian couldn't wait to take a look. He is also a person who likes to destroy. Of course, the premise is that when he is stronger, if his strength is weak, he will become very counseling. The 6 god mirrors became larger, enough for Shen Shang and Huang Jintian to stand up, and then the mirror faced the ground. Start, Shen Shang yelled softly. Little Mirror's sister controlled the mirror to shine, and the 6 magic mirrors were like drilling, and began to drill holes. Shen Shang and Huang Jintian, who stood above the 6 Taoist mirrors, continued to land. In order not to be discovered, Shen Shang used his consciousness to control a large rock, suppress the hole, and disguise the surrounding environment. The 6 magic mirrors are really easy to use. This thing is so different from you for so many years, I didn't expect to listen to you that much. Huang Jintian said with emotion. Although I didn't remember you before, the god of creation Tao has always told me to make me think of the 6 god mirror. Master, what is the creator god doing? Shen Shang asked. I don't know very well. In short, he couldn't help me recover my memory at first, otherwise he would have helped me long ago. He just got a god of creation and Aoshi temple, which was first left to me to take care of. Huang Jintian shaking his head, he also wanted to know what the god of creation Tao went to heaven to do. What's the matter with the current Aoshi temple in Taoist Shenzong? It looks very weak, Shen Shang said. It was weak, You know, I was the boss, but I was seized by some guys, and then the two forces gradually faded. Although I am still the elder of the Aoshi temple, many of the guys in the temple don't treat me. Put it in your eyes. Huang Jintian pouted. The main reason is that you are not strong enough. Shen Shang teased and said with a smile, Master, you have been miserable before the Duke of Demon. Did they know about this? Of course they don't know. Huang Jintian said very uncomfortably. I was just an elder pit in the temple of Aoshi, and I believed in the dead old lady Duke Demon. You said Lord God of Creation, did you leave anything inside the God sect of God of Creation in Aoshi temple? Shen Shang frowned. Did Lord God of Creation not lose the memory of me? Then he might leave something for me. Quote. Maybe. This requires going to the forbidden land of the God sect in the Aoshi temple. I don't have the right to enter now, but I know where. Huang Jintian said. Master, you are too useless. You used to be the boss of these two superpowers. You see what kind of bird you are mixing now? Shen Shang hated the iron. You stupid boy said, I became like this because I lost part of my memory. Huang Jintian sorted out the mess and said, from now on, I will definitely be able to rise again. Why are you being seized of power? It should be reasonable that it should not be. Shen Shang asked. Aoshi temple and Taoist God sect have a rule, that is, every once in a while, there will be a competition, whoever wins will take power. Huang Jintian said. I lost, I can only be an elder, because of I was framed for ******* and I was driven away by the ****** who created the Taoist sect. It's miserable. Shen Shang smiled. No sympathy at all. Huang Jintian rolled his eyes. Master, although you are not a professional fight, it is reasonable to say that you will not lose. Shen Shang said. I don't know, the same resources are also cultivated in the top 10 worlds, why those guys are stronger than me. Huang Jintian was also very helpless. It's impossible that under the same conditions, they are all better than you. You are an old fox that has lived for many years. What kind of undead are you? How long have you lived? Shen Shang asked. I don't remember how long I have lived. Huang Jintian spread his hand. If you want to say why you lose, there is only one possibility. They got the power of heaven, and I didn't. Shen Shang nodded and said, only this is possible, the power of heaven and earth is still quite strong. He absorbed some under the dragon deep abyss, and then also conducted research, which is indeed much stronger than the energy of the 10 worlds. Aoshi Temple and Dao Dao Shenzong have been infiltrated by the forces of heaven and earth. Well, this should not be. If this is the case, I have no face to face the god of Dao Dao. Huang Jintian said with a guilty face. If God of Creation really has something left, no one but me will get it. Shen Shangde was very relieved. Aoshi Temple and Dao Shenzong, both have a forbidden area of the Divine Lord. In short, I can't open the door into the forbidden area of the Divine Lord. I don't know if anyone opened it later. Huang Jintian recalled and said, that door maybe only you can be opened. Let's talk about it later, let's explore the underground city here to see what Ghost Junzun Tianzun is doing. The 6 god mirrors dropped for a while, and now they suddenly stopped. Brother, something is blocked below. If you want to continue to land, you need a lot of force to blast off the barrier, and the movement will be great. Little Mirror's sister sent a voice to Shen Shang. What is the barrier? Can you get around? Shen Shang asked. I can't get around, like a wall, it's very big. Xiao Jing's sister said. 6 magic mirrors can blast away, but the movement must be great, so Shen Shang can only find a way to pass through with Huang Jintian. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3997, Sacred. Shen Shang put away the 6 magic mirrors, and then expanded the space with Huang Jintian to make them more spacious underground. I remember you don't have any wall-penetrating surgery. Huang Jintian asked, can it still be used now? I try, Shen Shang said. He has no problem with change, and the principle of wall penetration is similar. He tried it, and he can pass through smoothly, but Huang Jintian is still on top. He can only put Huang Jintian into a storage magic weapon, and then bring it down. The wall was very thick, and a special energy was injected into the wall, so the 6 magic mirrors could not be drilled. After passing through the wall, Shen Shang came to a very bright dungeon. Under the mountain group of Zanmofeng, there really is an underground city. A lot of power outside the sky. After Huang Jintian was released, he and Shen Shang hid in a stone house in the city. The stone house is a warehouse, and there are no people in it. Shen Shang and Huang Jintian can be safely inside for a while. This underground city was built by the 10,000 races. Shen Shang whispered. Then it must be built for many years. Such a large scale cannot be built in a short time, and I don't know what to do. I suspect that there is something hidden in the top 10 heavens and earth, which is enough to make the forces outside the heavens so powerful. Huang Jintian said. This city is very fiery, there should be underground flames, they use this flame to forge weapons, it should be build an army. Are there armies dealing with the top 10 worlds? Shen Shang said. Or the divine horned orcs? Or other extraterrestrial forces? I don't know, this demon devil Tianzun may work for several forces outside Tiantian. Huang Jintian said. Maybe some outsiders have already arrived in this city. The underground city needs to be built for many years, and the financial and material resources are huge. It can be seen from this that they built this underground city in preparation for a major event. What are the top 10 worlds worth their action? Shen Shang thought of his 6 magic mirrors. Not an ancestral artifact, because those guys know very well that they cannot control it. And the ancestral artifact has been in the top 10 worlds for many years. If they really want to it, they don't need to wait until now. There are large-scale operations in the top 10 worlds. Huang Jintian shook his head. This city will probably take several years to build. Shen Shang asked. At least 3 years, so what they have to look for in the 10 major worlds should have appeared only a few years ago. Huang Jintian frowned. It seems that the 10 major worlds have hidden big secrets that we don't know. I thought the top 10 worlds were just to seal my friends. Shen Shang looked outside and found no one on the city's streets. The underground city is so bright, it is illuminated by a lot of luminous stones. They are just simulating day and night. At night, those luminous stones will be turned off and will not shine again. Huang Jintian said, we will go out at night and go shopping. Just as Shen Shang and Huang Jintian were discussing, there was a ring of bells outside. Subsequently, many people came out of the building. Shen Shang and Huang Jintian saw many people passing by in the crack of the warehouse stone house. These people seem to be no different from those of our top 10 worlds. Shen Shang wondered, but they are all from outside the world. Tianwei is also mainly human, except that they have multiple races. Huang Jintian said, look at what they wear, they should all be soldiers or the like. Many people talk, laugh, and have strong bodies, indicating that they came here voluntarily and were not forced by external forces. There are at least 200,000 people in this underground city. Shen Shang estimated. Are they gathering now? It seems that all races in Tianwei have already started activities in the top 10 worlds, but we haven't found yet. The Aoshi Temple and Taoist sect, they should always pay attention. Huang Jintian scolded. Master, this stealth amulet for you. Try it, can you hide it? Let's go and see what these people are doing together. Shen Shang handed Huang Jintian an amulet. Huang Jintian tried it and then became invisible. Try it, can you find me? Huang Jintian said. Of course I can find you, but you are hidden to such a degree that it is difficult to be found. Shen Shang said. Subsequently, Shen Shang also went invisible, and then walked out of the stone house with Huang Jintian and followed the crowd. This group of people came to the square in the middle of the underground city. Above the middle of the square, there is a big man in golden armor, like a general. And beside this general, there is an old man in white robe, that is Huang Jintian's acquaintance. Seeing the acquaintance, Huang Jintian immediately used his consciousness to send a message to Shen Shang, and scolded, did you see the old man in white robe? He is the master of the Taoist God sect. The master of the Taoist God sect really collaborated with the forces outside of heaven. What about the old man in black? Do you know him? Shen Shang looked at the old man in black beside Jin Han. The old man in black looks short and thin, but his body is very strong and looks very fierce. He should be the leader of Taishanmen. Huang Jintian was even more uncomfortable. How could this arrogant monarch giant collude with the forces outside the heavens? Today, choose 20,000 elites and follow these 2 old gentlemen. You have been training here for many days, you should know what you need to pay attention to when you go to the ground. The voice and words of Jin Jahan looked calm, but the hundreds of thousands of people in the square shivered. Shen Shang guessed that the big man should be terrible, so he could deter people here. At this time, Zhenmo Tianzun came. Wang Shengjun, I'm late. Zhenmo Tianzun smiled, but it's not too late. Take the devil, you are very late. Wang Shengjun said coldly. Don't be here next time you are late again. Wang Shengjun, I have important information. It's about the hole below Qinlongzhuang. The people on the other side of the divine horned orc. Zhenmo Tianzun whispered. We will talk about this matter. What kind of holy deity looks so powerful, actually makes Zhenmo Tianzun so humble? Shenshang now understands that the devil's deity is mainly loyal to this king. Take the devil, you are responsible for selecting 20,000 elites. Wang Shengjun said. We want to capture more cities as soon as possible. We need to reserve a large number of people, so that the real army will not come without food. Upon hearing this, Shenshang and Huang Jintian were shocked. The forces outside the heavens must treat the major cities as granaries. Shenshang suddenly felt that the 10,000 clan of heaven and earth should use the top 10 worlds as battlefields, and the humans in the top 10 worlds are their food. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3998, Dogen Akira. Huang Jintian secretly conveyed Shenshang to Shenshang. Do you have any plans for action? Be sure to stop them. If they really want to attack, they have to notify people in other cities in advance. Shenshang said. But now, no one will believe us. Only the news can be released to alert the powerful in the city. Huang Jintian also knew the plans of these outsiders. When the time comes to lead the team to siege, it is the master of the Taoist God sect, and the head of the Taixian Gate. If they say that they will bring 10,000 people into the city, they may enter the city easily without attacking. Then, the two big men who led the team secretly shot and control the city. They don't even need to use the 10,000 outsiders to fight. They just bring people into the city, just in case. In this way, many large cities can be controlled one by one. When the outsiders need it that day, they can open the city gates and let people enter the city to slaughter and prey. Shenshang and Huang Jintian understood the plan at the first thought. The outsiders these days are too small to look at as humans. Not to mention our territory is a battlefield, but also to treat us as food, I will make them regret it. Shenshang whispered to Huang Jintian, Master, I want to destroy this underground city. Huang Jintian was shocked when he heard it. This underground city is very sturdy and it is not easy to destroy it, but since Shenshang said it, there must be a plan. Then, that King Shengjun left, Zhenmo Tianzun began to choose the right person here. Zhenmo, don't think it's the 10th heaven and earth Venerable Tianzun, do you really think you are a Tianzun? You are far away from the so-called Tianzun, that's a far cry. Taixianman said. Taixian Zhangjiao, you are too young to look at me. Well, anyway, I can beat you within 10 strokes. Zhenmo Tianzun chuckled. Zhenmo, the reason why you are stronger than us is that you are lucky and cultivated. If we have the same resources as you are not our opponent at all now. It can be seen that the masters of Taixianmen and Taoist God sect have opinions on Zhenmo Tianzun. Shenshang and Huang Jintian quietly moved away. Next, they should use the fastest time to find out the situation of this underground city. Shenshang, please tell me about your plan, you can't be too chaotic. I must go out and tell everyone this news, so that everyone can prevent it in advance, otherwise it will become food. Huang Jintian worried that Shenshang would make a very risky move, he quickly urged. Master, if I send you up, I will stay here to study, I must destroy this dungeon. Shenshang has decided to stay here. You talk to me about your plan. If it's too risky, I can't leave. Huang Jintian said. I want to stay by your side to help you. The underground city has a channel leading to the sky, and there is also a large array of centers. Shenshang said. When we are on the ground, there is a large array covering a large area, the energy source should be in this underground city. Shen Zhang's goal is to destroy the underground city, he thinks it is more feasible. The channel outside the sky is here, then the energy comes from outside the sky. How do you destroy the source of energy outside the sky? Huang Jintian thinks this plan is not good. The channel outside the sky is opened by super energy, which means it is also difficult to destroy. So what do you think is feasible? Shen Zhang's previous continuation was to find the energy source of the dungeon and then destroy it. But now it doesn't seem to work, because the energy source of the underground city is likely to be beyond the sky. Little devil, how much do you know about the outsiders? Huang Jintian and Shenshang have retreated to an idol warehouse. When Shenshang saw Huang Jintian smiling, he knew what the old maniac was thinking about again. I don't know much about it, and I haven't even actually contacted it yet. Shenshang thought about it, and then talked about his experience under the Dragon Abyss. He met many demon kings below, but they were all killed by Long Jushao. Those guys are not real outsiders. The so-called evil creatures are injected into the top 10 heavenly earth humans with a filthy energy outside the heavens, and then transformed. Huang Jintian said. There are many people in this city, should they all be real outsiders? Shen Shang asked. Yes, but they are the weakest. Huang Jintian said. Master, what plan do you have? Don't sell it, Shen Shang urged. You always looked down on being a teacher before, and now give you a great plan to let you know how wise to be a teacher. Huang Jintian laughed. Yes, master, you are the smartest, and the British name is shining, hurry and talk about your plan. Shen Shang was also curious and shook Huang Jintian's arm. Most of the outsiders in the underground city are relatively weak, but there are a few relatively strong. Huang Jintian said. Of course, even if those guys are strong, they can't be stronger than your 6 magic mirrors. Although I can control the 6 magic mirrors, my self-cultivation is still too low, and the 6 magic mirrors have been damaged and have not been completely repaired. Shen Shang sighed softly. It doesn't matter, your soul is strong. Because of your strong soul, the 6 god mirrors are also capable of soul attack, and they are not weak. Huang Jintian said. Our targets are the stronger outsiders here. I use 6 magic mirrors to attack their souls. Shen Shang probably guessed, but he couldn't understand why he did this. Good, we have to catch dozens of such strong outsiders. Huang Jintian said. I will cooperate with you. Master, I can make the blue dragon slaughter magic knife smaller, suitable for you. Shen Shang said. Don't say goodbye, I'm afraid the blue dragon slayer's sword can't hide here. But the 6 magic mirrors can. Huang Jintian quickly refused. We seize the strong outsiders here, and indeed can slow down the progress of their plan. Shen Shang nodded, he thinks this plan is also good. No, the stronger outsiders have a characteristic, that is, the Dao Yuan Jing of their hearts are very strong. Huang Jintian said. The Dao species are all in the heart, and the practice of outsiders will make their hearts understand turned into Dao Yuan Jing, this kind of stuff contains a lot of energy. Dao Yuan Jing, is it the crystallization of the power in their body? Shen Shang was surprised. It's almost like this, but because of the energy limitations of the 10 worlds, our Dao species cannot condense Dao Yuanjing, but outsiders can. Huang Jintian said. That stuff is very powerful, if it explodes, the power is not small. Shen Shang understood, Huang Jintian meant to take out the outsiders' Dao Yuanjing and place it around the underground city to detonate. World Defying Dan God Chapter 3999, Different Taoist Realm. Huang Jintian's plan is very good, but it is difficult to implement. After all, he has to catch dozens of powerful outsiders. Master, is this thing easy to handle? Shen Shang always finds it very difficult, and the risks are also great. However, once successful, this underground city will be destroyed. It's easy to do, Huang Jintian smiled. You don't know, the top 10 worlds are limited to cultivation. If the cultivation is too high, then you can't enter at all, or you can come to a few super strong outsiders, it will kill us directly. That is to say, the people who cultivated Dao Yuanjing will not be so strong, right? Shen Shang didn't expect that. He thought what Dao Yuanjing cultivated in his heart would be very strong. The practice of the 10 major worlds is different from that of heaven and earth. We are in the 10 major worlds, but we have groped for tens of thousands of years before we have mastered the suitable cultivation method. Still very strong. Shen Shang nodded his head. 10 points of the world to cultivate blood qi, this can indeed strengthen the body. Did you see the outsiders here? How about their size? Huang Jintian asked. They are all tall and tall. It seems to be much taller than the humans in our 10 worlds. Shen Shang recalled that the group of people in the square just now were so tall. The height is 2 meters, and there are very developed and explosive muscles, which are full of explosive power at a glance. Their bodies are all natural, and they can grow like that without any exercise, so his tempering of the body is far inferior to us. Huang Jintian said. Their main practice is Dao Yuanjing. Their first the realm is also called Dao Ren realm, but their Dao Ren realm is from the 10th to the 10th, and they are all Dao Yuanjing. Ah, everything about them is on Dao Yuanjing. Shen Shang was slightly surprised. Too focused on practicing Dao Yuanjing. Once destroyed, wouldn't it be done? The cultivation of the 10 worlds, even if the Dao heart in the heart of Dantian is destroyed, but because of the hardening of the body for many years, then there will be a body of strength, and it will not have nothing. Their bodies look very tall, but they are actually very weak. Huang Jintian smiled and said. They are weak at this stage of Dao Ren, but after passing the Dao Ren, they can gain powerful power through Dao Yuanjing, but that's all. This is the second stage of spiritual practice. That is to say, after they passed the Taoist realm, they were stronger than us in practicing blood energy. Shen Shang frowned, and now he also cultivates blood energy. Yes, the people in our top 10 worlds can't leave this place, and the cultivation of blood can make us stronger in this stage of Taoist realm. Huang Jintian said, the outsiders beyond the Tauran realm can't come to the top 10 worlds, so we chose the way to cultivate blood. I understand, so the talents of the outside world regard our place as a testing ground. Because the humans of the top 10 worlds are very strong and their energy is stored in their flesh and blood. When they eat us, their bodies can become stronger. They come from heaven and have a wealth of resources to create equipment. We can't break their equipment, so they can dominate in the top 10. Huang Jintian nodded. In this way, everything they cultivated in the Taoist realm is condensed on Dao Yuanjing. The power that burst out is certainly not weak. Shen Shang understood Huang Jintian's meaning. Heavenly outsiders are now very strong, mainly relying on equipment. However, Shen Shang has better equipment than them and still directly attacks the soul. Heavenly aliens mainly cultivate a Dao Yuanjing, and their bodies are protected by equipment. Although their souls are weak, they cannot be trained in the top 10 worlds, so they do not worry about soul attacks. In the eyes of the outsiders of heaven and earth, the minds of the 10 worlds are very weak, and they cannot threaten their souls at all. But now it's different. Shen Zhang's soul is super strong, and there are 6 magic mirrors to assist. To deal with these outsiders, basically take one and just force one. Wait at night, we will grab those Dao Yuanjing's larger ones. Huang Jintian said. Master, how do you see whose Dao Yuanjing is bigger? Shen Shang knew nothing about it. Silly boy, who is my master? I am Master Huang Tian, I can't see that, so I haven't lived on the dog for so many years. Huang Jintian smiled proudly. Don't underestimate your master and me, anyway, me too Huang Tianxi, who is famous in the top 10 worlds. Otherwise, let's go get that Wang Shengzhen. Shen Shang smiled and said, the thief catches the king first. This won't work, if you can't get rid of him, you will be shocked. Huang Jintian shook his head again and again. Silly boy, why are you always so impulsive? I always want to challenge so much stronger than myself. Do you have a young body? Is it easy to be impulsive afterwards? Young man, the blood is just normal. Lao Huang, what do you mean? Don't you be impulsive, don't forget, how did you get seduced by the old devil? Shen Shang said with a lip. She's all turned gray, what do you mention her doing? Huang Jintian patted Shen Zhang's head and asked, to be honest, you kid doesn't grow up deliberately, is it for better girl picking? You are fouling you, do you know? The young ladies and sisters don't have any precautions when they look like your little boy. You are too tricky. Shen Shang was helpless. He didn't grow up because of cultivation limit, and his body's growth rate was accompanied by cultivation improvement. Master, I am Shen Shang, a serious person. Shen Shang said, my heart is as simple as my handsome face. Your romantic debt is more than what I have credited for 100,000 years. Huang Jintian rolled his eyes. At this moment, the glowing stones above the dungeon gradually dimmed. It's almost night, and we are ready to act. Give me 2 more invisible signs. Huang Jintian said that he took out a black compass, which was exactly his kind of Tianyan Shenpan. He has a lot of such things. It is said that he asked God of creation to help refine a lot. See the dots on the compass. The brighter ones are our goals. Huang Jintian said. There are hundreds of brighter ones in total. Shen Shang counted. We need 100, Huang Jintian said. I have already written down the position, and I will pass now. After Huang Jintian disappeared, Shen Shang could still sense him, and then followed him into the buildings in the city. The people here begin to practice at night, and the underground city also absorbs the qi outside the sky at the moment and condenses in the underground city. At night, the qi gradually thickened, and both Shen Shang and Huang Jintian sensed it. The energy outside the sky is rich, really strong. Shen Shang secretly envied, and then transmitted a sound to Huang Jintian. As long as we break out of the top 10 worlds, we can also absorb this energy to practice. Huang Jintian said, we are ready to enter the house, there are 3. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4000, Ruin the City. Although Huang Jintian can't beat those of Tianzun or something, his ability is still very strong. He counseled him a bit, but when he was arrogant, he was so bold. Master, what should you do next? Shen Shang Chuanian asked. We mixed in. When you see a person, you use the 6 God mirrors to illuminate his head, and then mainly attack the soul. Huang Jintian responded. You should know how to control the 6 God mirrors to carry out the soul attack. Shen Shang secretly asked Xiao Jing's sister just now. She said yes, and it was easier to handle, because the 6 magic mirrors absorbed Shen Zhang's consciousness. Good. Shen Shang followed Huang Jintian and quietly entered a 3-story stone building. Huang Jintian also said just now that there are 3 people in it, that should be one by one. On the first floor, Huang Jintian took Shen Shang directly to the door of a room. Now, Shen Shang said, if the door is opened and the person inside is disturbed, he kills it, and the movement will be great. This, Huang Jintian didn't really think about it, because he imagined that the people inside were retreating and practicing. The invisible Shen Shang directly appeared, and then turned into a stranger. He now uses the technique of change to change into someone else's appearance, but the duration is not long, but there are not many flaws. Shen Shang became a stranger, and then went to open the door. After opening the door, there was a burly man inside. He saw someone coming in. He suddenly looked at Shen Shang fiercely, and his mouth was full of blood. He was eating his heart. Shen Shang was very surprised when he saw this scene. He thought that outsiders were practicing and absorbing the energy condensed in the dungeon. He didn't expect to start eating people. There are so many people in Aoshitnd, and this place is so close to the Imperial City. Now there are so many people going to the Imperial City and catching some people to feed these outsiders. That's okay. Dude, do you want to grab my food? We can only eat it once a month, which is really not enough. You don't want to be eaten by me, just get out quickly, said the big man in the room. Shen Shang immediately raised 6 magic mirrors to photograph the outsider, shot a white light, and hit the soul of the outsider. The outsider was dizzy immediately. Huang Jintian rushed in at this time, and did not know what trick he used. He slapped at the head of the outsider, and the outsider passed out. Shen Shang quickly closed the door with his consciousness. Master, this guy's soul is too weak. Shen Shang thought that the big man could still struggle violently. That is of course, their souls are already weak at this stage. Huang Jintian said, especially in the top 10 worlds, their souls will be weakened. While he was talking, he took out a knife and dug a Dao Yuanjing from the outsider's chest. You invade the 10 worlds and treat us as food, then you must have the consciousness of being killed by our resistance. Huang Jintian looked at the golden and brilliant Dao Yuanjing and handed it to Shen Shang. Shen Shang took it in his hand and injected it with God's consciousness, which really contained a lot of energy. It was also at this time that the outsider's body began to grow a lot of black hair, which looked very cruel. Isn't this guy a human? Shen Shang thought it was alien. Of course it is human, but it's just outsiders. Huang Jintian smiled. Outsiders, still very different from us. Shen Shang pulled out the soul of that outsider. It is indeed not too strong, but it can also be used to refine the sea soul pill. Then the people in the upper 2 layers were cooperated by Shen Shang and Huang Jintian, and they were removed one by one, and the Dao Yuanjing in the body was taken out. This underground city is not patrolled and guarded, and the security is not strict at all. After all, when they built this underground city, no one could come in. And even if someone can come in, they are not afraid, because they are very confident in their own strength. The defense of the underground city is very lax, and it is also because of the arrogance of the outsiders, so Shen Shang and Huang Jintian can easily succeed. They just took out more than 100 Dao Yuanjing late into the night. Shen Shang and Huang Jintian did not rush to place Dao Yuanjing to detonate immediately, but continued to explore this underground city. They really found many materials from abroad, mainly used to forge weapons. They don't know what the materials are. They only know very well. The outsiders are the magic weapons and weapons made from these materials. Big advantage. Shen Shang found several warehouses and then emptied them away. There were tens of thousands of caddies. Afterwards, they also found some materials for the formation and took them away. Unfortunately, Shen Shang did not find the medicinal materials. It is already midnight, and they still have time to place Dao Yuanjing. Dao Yuanjing also undergoes a special treatment, which is to inject a strong enough consciousness and blood gas, so that he can periodically detonate the blood gas inside Dao Yuanjing. Shen Shang is responsible for injecting consciousness, and Huang Jintian is responsible for injecting blood gas. By dawn, they were also completed and placed in more than 100 locations in the underground city. It's done, let's go out and explode. Huang Jintian was already very excited, because he would soon see the spectacular scene of the Earth's collapse. By then, the entire town of Mofeng will collapse and destroy. The purpose of Shen Zhang's trip was to steal the town of Devil Tianzun, but he didn't expect to find such a big secret, and he did get a lot of extraterrestrial materials, and he also destroyed an underground city, which can be said to be a big profit. Huang Jintian also gained a lot, because the Duke of Demon died in his hands. Shen Shang and Huang Jintian came to the ground, and were riding on the 6 god mirrors. They were high in the distance, looking at the area where Zhen Mofeng was located. It's about to come. As soon as the sun comes out, it's the time when the Taoist realm explodes. Huang Jintian laughed and said, "Outsider, you are in the top 10 worlds this time, but it is not as easy as before." There is Shen Shang now, so Huang Jintian believes that this time the top 10 worlds will not be as tragic as the last time against the invasion of extraterrestrial forces. How bad was the last time? Shen Shang asked. Aoshitnd is the main battlefield, at least half of the people died. Huang Jintian sighed. At least a few billion people died, all died miserably, mainly those who were weak. Shen Shang also sighed. He had learned from Huashangyu before that many people were injured in Baowatiandi at that time. Even Huashangyu and their corps were seriously injured. This time, Huang Jintian saw Shen Shang using 6 magic mirrors and easily killed the slightly stronger outsiders, so he thought this time would not be as miserable as last time. Boom! Suddenly, a loud noise came, and hundreds of giant mountains around Zhenmo Peak suddenly fell and collapsed, and the shock wave erupted from the ground, rushing a lot of dust into the air. After the explosion, the underground city built by outsiders for many years was so destroyed. At this time, Shen Shang and Huang Jintian also relayed the news here. Do you like this site? Donate here.